Chapter 1. Even if I, Lin Xian, die or jump down from here, I will never agree to go on a blind date with you. You can give up on that idea. On the 18th floor of the Pearl Tower, Lin Xian's face was filled with determination. He was as still as a mountain, as if even the sky falling down would not be able to shake his resolve. In front of him was an extremely beautiful woman. She was about 24 or 25 years old. Her hair was tied into a simple ponytail with a silver crescent-shaped hair clip. Her bangs were of a good length and had a slight curve to them. Her oval face was slightly powdered, and she had beautiful black eyebrows. Her eyes were bright, her nose was straight, and her mouth was small. Her red lips were tightly pursed. Although she did not speak, there was confidence and depth in her indifference. Her name was Lin Ye, Lin Xian's older sister. The guests around them, especially the men, all gave Lin Xian a look of approval. Not bad. This is what a man of our new era should be like. Neither servile nor overbearing, this is the true nature of a man. Persevere. So what if you don't go on a blind date? It's not like you can't find a girlfriend. I believe in you. Good luck. I've also been forced to go on blind dates by my family. I understand how you feel. We men who worship fast hands can't lower our heads. We can only use our hands. Linya slowly took out a photo from her bag and pushed it in front of Lin Xian. She said indifferently, "This is her photo." Lin Xian's face was full of disdain. He picked up the photo and said, "Little fairy, let me tell you, even if it's a beauty like you, I won't go on a blind date." After he said that, he casually glanced at the girl in the photo. Then, time seemed to stop. A few seconds later. What's her name? What time is it in the afternoon? Which hotel? What do you think I should wear? Pfft. Two people who were drinking tea at the side spat out their tea. F***ck. Where's your persistence? Your stubbornness? Where's your dignity as a man? F***ck. I thought it was a king, but who knew it was a bronze? Hey men. Zhao Mengyue, 1:00 this afternoon, Crown Plaza Hotel. Linya picked up her bag and walked away. Hey, big sister, has anyone ever told you that you're beautiful? At the entrance of the Crown Plaza Hotel, Lin Xian had just gotten out of the car when he saw a girl walking towards him with a handsome smile. The young lady looked at Lin Xian and then looked at the license plate of his car. Then she blushed and said shyly, No. Lin Xian grinned like the sunshine boy next door. Then, he slowly reached out his hand to caress the side of her face and said, Now I have one. I think you're very beautiful. Really? Of course it's fake. Ha ha ha. The girl froze for a moment. Lunatic. Ding. You've successfully teased a big sister. Scumbag value plus 10,000. A sweet and ethereal little girl's voice sounded in Lin Xian's mind. 5 days ago, Lin Xian was on vacation in India. Then, Linya called him and told him that she was seriously ill. Lin Xian immediately took a plane and flew back. Who knew that Linya would trick him into coming back for a blind date? Lin Xian was only a university student, but Linya kept urging him to find a girlfriend. This was the 3rd time this year. When Lin Xian was in India, he inexplicably obtained the super handsome scumbag system. Then, he walked on a path of no return. Although the system wanted him to be a scumbag, he strongly insisted that he would not be a scumbag. 3 years ago, Lin Xian, who was far away on Earth, ended his life because of an accident. He did not expect to reappear here when he opened his eyes again. He was reborn in the body of another person called Lin Xian. At the same time, he discovered something. This was not Earth, but a place called Planet Aqua Blue. It was very similar to Earth. After entering the Crown Plaza Hotel, Lin Xian immediately saw a girl in a white coat playing with her phone with her head down. Then, he walked over. Miss Zhao Mengyue, right? Zhao Mengyue raised her head and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, long time no see. Zhao Mengyue smiled at Lin Xian. Lin Xian had a suspicious look on his face. Then, he sat opposite her and asked, Long time no see? Have we met? I'm your high school desk mate. Lin Xian, Zhao Yu. Lin Xian was surprised. Yes, I've changed my name to Zhao Mengyue. Lin Xian knew this Zhao Mengyue. At that time, Lin Xian had not been reborn. When the original owner of this body was in high school, she was still called Zhao Yu. At that time, the two of them were in a relationship. That year, Lin Xian and Lin Ye were still relatively poor. One night, about a month later, Lin Xian saw Zhao Yu and another middle-aged man with a big gold chain going to a hotel. The next day, when he went to talk to her, he was ridiculed by Zhao Yu. He would never forget her words. You, Lin Xian, are just a poor B*****starred. You want to eat swan meat? Dream on. Today, when he saw her, Lin Xian had changed into a different person. However, he felt as if the original owner of this body hated him. Ding! You have triggered the mission, Prank Zhao Mengyue. Prank Zhao Mengyue. The system triggered the mission. Due to the love and hate between the host and Zhao Mengyue, please prank Zhao Mengyue. Mission punishment. None. Mission completion. 0%. Completion. 100%. Reward. Step into the spirit condensation realm by 1 star. Boom. It was as if he was struck by lightning. He thought that this system could only use the scum value to exchange for some cultivation pills, body tempering, and bone marrow cleansing elixirs from the system store. However, he did not expect that it could trigger a mission and even directly increase his realm. Is it really possible? Lin Xian even felt that it was too unreal. Because 1 star of the spirit condensation realm is level 11, the second realm. Lin Xian calmed himself down. Since this was the case, and since he had met her again, Lin Xian no longer had any psychological burden. It was only right for him to help the original owner of this body vent her anger. Lin Xian, I heard that your sister is rich, right? Zhao Mengyue asked expectantly. Lin Xian sat down and took a sip of tea. He nodded, yes, she's just earning a little money. It's just a vacation when she has nothing to do. Playing golf with Niu Yun and Lu Dongqiang is boring. Zhao Mengyue's eyes lit up. Of course, she did not like Lin Xian before. Otherwise, why would she run away with another man in high school? But now it was different. Lin Xian was tall, rich, and handsome. This was the life she wanted. So she came. However, although a woman changes 18 times between childhood and womanhood, your change is too big. Lin Xian sneered in his heart as he looked at Zhao Mengyue. Zhao Mengyue said shyly, I have a good foundation. But it's not to the point where your face changed. Lin Xian gestured with his hands. I remember that you didn't have an oval face before. Why is it so sharp now? Aren't you afraid of poking your chest? Did you get plastic surgery? Ding. Successfully taunted Zhao Mengyue. Scum value plus 10,000. Mission progress. 30%. Chapter 2. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Zhao Mengyue's face stiffened. However, thinking that his identity was no longer ordinary, Zhao Mengyue still greeted him with a smile. In her opinion, Lin Xian loved her to death. Zhao Mengyue softly shushed him, minor, just minor. Then she affectionately looked at Lin Xian and said, I can look anything you like. Lin Xian. After a few years, this Zhao Mengyue had indeed advanced to a shameless green tea. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm hungry. Let's eat first. Lin Xian said. Okay. They talked about some things while eating, but Lin Xian's mind wasn't on it. He was completely focused on the system's mission. Soon, they were almost done eating. Lin Xian snapped his fingers. Waiter bill. Hello, the total is 1,300 yuan. Lin Xian coolly took out a card and handed it to the waiter. At the same time, he mysteriously said to Zhao Mengyue, I'll give you a surprise later. Zhao Mengyue's eyes flashed. Surprise? What would his surprise be? Beep. Your balance is insufficient. This sound came from the puss. How is it? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? I have no money in my card. Lin Xian took out his wallet and emptied it. My wallet is empty. I don't have any cash either. The key point was that this guy's tone was especially smug. Zhao Mengyue, you. Ding. Successfully pranked Zhao Mengyue. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 60%. Zhao Mengyue took a deep breath. He was testing her. That's right, he must be testing her. After all, she had hurt him before. Zhao Mengyue comforted herself. It's okay, I'll pay. Zhao Mengyue squeezed out a smile with difficulty and handed the card to the waiter. Lin Xian put away the wallet and pretended to be embarrassed as he said, I'm really sorry. Actually, I'm quite surprised that there's no money in my card. I was just joking with you. My sister said that a man should be full of surprises for a girl. And I know. As she spoke, Zhao Mengyue took back the bank card that had been swiped. I'm really sorry. Let me send you home, Lin Xian said to Zhao Mengyue. Thank you. Then, the two of them walked out. When Zhao Mengyue saw Lin Xian enter the Mercedes-Benz, her previous displeasure immediately dissipated. He was indeed rich. He must have really been testing him just now. If he had left in a fit of anger, they might not have had a chance. Then they got into the car. Is your house still the same as before? Lin Xian asked as he drove. Your car is quite comfortable. It's all right. There are a few more comfortable ones at home, Lin Xian said deliberately with a smile. A few minutes later, the car stopped outside a residential area. I'm here. Zhao Mengyue seemed to be waiting for Lin Xian to say something. She didn't open the door for a long time. Just as the door was about to open, wait, I have a surprise for you. Lin Xian suddenly called out to her. Zhao Mengyue looked at Lin Xian expectantly. Pada. Ka. Lin Xian suddenly broke down something that looked like a car accessory. Then, the sound of printing could be heard. Then, a female voice came from the car. Thank you for taking a taxi from Tianhua City. The total for this trip is 49 yuan. Rip. Lin Xian tore off the receipt and handed it to Zhao Mengyue. Then he grinned. A total of 49 yuan. Ding. You've successfully pranked Zhao Mengyue. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 90%. Zhao Mengyue froze in place. Then, an angry expression appeared on her face. Lin Xian, you're messing with me. Zhao Mengyue glared at Lin Xian with a ferocious expression. Surprise. Are you surprised? Pa Zhao Mengyue angrily slapped a 100 yuan bill on the car and angrily slammed the door. Wait. Lin Xian hurriedly ran out of the car and stopped Zhao Mengyue's car. Zhao Mengyue was stunned. She looked at Lin Xian's affectionate eyes and his face that was slowly approaching her. He wants to kiss me? Will I let him kiss me? Or was he just joking? If he kisses me, does that mean we can be together? Does that mean I can live a life of luxury? Slowly, Zhao Mengyue closed her eyes and waited for Lin Xian to kiss her. She could already feel Lin Xian's hot breath. Suddenly, Lin Xian stopped. Wow! Your face is so powdered. Even the wind blows it away. You have to take responsibility for the heavy smog. Zhao Mengyue. Bastard! 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 She opened her eyes and angrily slapped Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian nimbly dodged it. Lin Xian, just you wait. I'll remember you. Zhao Mengyue angrily walked away. Ding! Congratulations on completing prank Zhao Mengyue. Reward. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Target, Zhao Mengyue, is identified as a scumbag. Random special effect, target's chest reduction by 5%, will be triggered. Do you want to use it on the target? You can do this? For a green tea be *TCH, it's definitely a yes. Yes. At the same time, Lin Xian's body was surrounded by a faint golden light. It wasn't that obvious during the day. A power that he had never felt before surged out from his body. Power. This is the feeling of power. 10 seconds later, Lin Xian opened his eyes. A light flashed by. Ding. Your realm has increased to 1 star of spirit condensation. Strength plus 100, speed plus 100, agility plus 100, defense plus 100. Whoosh. A panel appeared in front of Lin Xian. Name, Lin Xian. Age, 21. Realm, 1 star of spirit condensation level, 11 scumbag value, 310000. Current experience points, 03000 strength, 127 vitality, 126 agility, 125 spirit, 125 spiritual energy, 250 talent, none martial skills. None. Looking at his attributes that were 10 times higher than an ordinary person's, and feeling the spiritual energy flowing in his body, Lin Xian was wild with joy. Planet Aqua Blue was a place similar to Earth. It had the same technology, computers, mobile phones, wireless, everything that Earth had, but the biggest difference was that everyone here was born with a God's Child system. Because of the God's Child system, Planet Aqua Blue was a world where everyone practiced martial arts. Here, monsters, ancient beasts, dragons, and various other creatures were born. Humans could practice martial arts with the help of the God's Child system. At the same time, they could clearly record their own attributes. But before this, the original owner of this body didn't have the God's Child system. He was just an ordinary person who couldn't practice martial arts. Therefore, Lin Xian didn't have it after his rebirth. But now, although he didn't have the God's Child system, he had the super handsome scumbag man system. Its effect was several times stronger than the God's Child system. Lin Xian opened his scumbag man system store. In addition to the mission rewards, there were also good things in the store. Chapter 3. Experience Fruit. Eating the experience fruit will increase 1,000 experience points. Cost, 100,000 scumbag points, spirit cultivation fluid, spirit plus 10 after consumption. The first 3 consumption effects are 100%. After the third consumption, the effect will decrease by 50%. Scumbag value consumed, 300000. Physique transformation fluid. A fluid that can strengthen physique. Vitality plus 10 after consumption. The first 3 consumption effects are 100%. After the third consumption, the effect will decrease by 50%. Scumbag value consumed, 500000. Attribute exchange. Can be exchanged for strength, vitality, agility, or spirit. Any attribute will increase by 100%. Duration, 1 minute. Cost, 50,000. The same attribute cannot be stacked. These 3 were the only ones in the system store, but no matter which one it was, they were all very effective for Lin Xian. The experience fruit was what Lin Xian wanted the most. 1 experience fruit could increase 1,000 experience points. In other words, he only needed 3 experience fruits to enter the spirit condensation realm. Others needed to desperately kill monsters to level up, but he only needed to have enough scum points to exchange for it. As for this attribute exchange, it was like a bug. For example, if he directly exchanged for strength and increased it by 100%, it would be invincible. Lin Xian had been flirting with the girls for the past 2 days. In addition to Zhao Mengyue's mission, he had 310,000 scum points. In the next moment, his mind moved. Ding! You have successfully exchanged 4 experience fruit x3. Lin Xian was slightly taken aback when he saw the 3 fruits that resembled cherry tomatoes in his hand. Then, he put them into his mouth. Surprisingly, the experience fruit actually flowed into his body like a warm current the moment it entered his mouth. A comfortable and warm current flowed through his entire body. Ding! You have consumed the experience fruit. Experience plus 1,000. Ding! You have consumed. Ding! Your realm has increased to the spirit condensation realm. A 1-star realm was solved with just 3 fruits. Lin Xian felt as if a lifetime had passed as he felt the power in his body increase exponentially once again. God closed a door for you, but at the same time, He opened a window for you. Lin Xian's cultivation door had been closed, and now his window had been opened. Moreover, it was a window that was many times wider than the door. There was also a big wheel in the system store. Lin Xian didn't know what it was, but it was worth 500,000 scum man points. There were too many of them, so he had never used them. But he was looking forward to it. From now on, I, Lin Xian, am no longer a cripple. Lin Xian would never forget how he died. 3 years ago on Earth, Lin Xian and his beloved Dongfang Shui were chased to the heart-burying cliff by the Lin family, the Dongfang family, and the Shenyuan family. These 3 families were all ancient cultivation sects in Huaxia. Lin Xian was only born with terminated meridians and was unable to cultivate. His parents died because of a scheme, and he was ostracized, ridiculed, and chased out of the family. He would never forget Dongfang Shui's heart-wrenching cries as she was forcefully taken away by the Dongfang family. He would never forget Shenyuan Qingtian from the Shenyuan family, who had always coveted Dongfang Shui. He would never forget that Shenyuan Qingtian was the one who personally crushed his own meridians and threw him into the abyss. After reincarnating, Lin Xian thought that he was not destined to die. However, without the God spawn system on planet Aqua Blue, he despaired. 3 years passed in a daze. Until now, he had transformed. He could cultivate. It was said that once he cultivated to the 100th level of the heavenly Tao realm, he would be able to shatter the void. He wanted to shatter the void and return to Earth to take back everything he had lost. He wanted to sacrifice those who deserved to die. In this life, he wanted to be the heavenly Tao realm. The system had given him the qualifications. And all of this was buried deep in Lin Xian's heart, never to be forgotten. When he returned home, Linya was in the middle of cooking dinner with an apron wrapped around her. Their house had 3 bedrooms and 1 living room. In a city like Tianhua City, it would have cost quite a bit in this era. In this era, demon beasts were everywhere. Planet Aqua Blue was divided into 5 countries. Lin Xian lived in Hua Nation. Out of the 600 cities in Hua Nation, half of them had already become demon beasts' territory. The human population had been greatly reduced. Now, there was a powerful barrier around the cities. Generally, demon beasts would not enter, so it was quite safe. On planet Aqua Blue, there was only one thing that was revered. Strength was everything. Coming. Linya wiped her hands and walked out of the kitchen with a bowl of soup. There were already several dishes on the table, all of which were Lin Xian's favorites. Lin Xian picked up a piece of meat and put it in his mouth. Then, he said with satisfaction, "Little Fairy, your cooking is getting better and better." Little Fairy was the name Lin Xian used exclusively for Linya. At first, Linya rejected it, but after getting used to it, she followed along with Lin Xian. Actually, Linya was very curious about Lin Xian's change. A few days ago, Lin Xian was still as muddle-headed as before. But suddenly, he changed. He became fond of joking around. It was as if he had become a completely different person. But slowly, she felt that perhaps Lin Xian had thought things through. This was really good. Actually, the muddle-headed state was because Lin Xian was still unable to cultivate after coming here. The change was because he had obtained the system. He had obtained the qualifications to cultivate. His world had lit up. Linya rolled her eyes at Lin Xian, as if she was used to his behavior. Then she asked, "How was the blind date?" Lin Xian wiped his hands and rolled his eyes. "Don't mention it. I say, what kind of taste do you have? Her face is full of hyaluronic acid and fake body. I don't even know what she looks like now. Even the powder is a centimeter thick. You want to find someone like that to be my blind date partner? I say, little fairy, your taste is really bad. It's far worse than mine." Ding. Successfully teased Linya. Scumbag man points plus 10,000. What made Lin Xian surprised was that this was possible. She was his elder sister. But thinking about it, they were not related by blood. Naturally, it could be triggered. Hee. A vulgar thought appeared in Lin Xian's mind. It can't be. Plastic surgery? My friend introduced her to me. I thought she would be very good. Lin Ya's beautiful face was a bit embarrassed. Lin Xian rubbed his chin and muttered, but actually, she has her advantages. What advantages? Her breasts are bigger than yours. Her butt is more perky than yours. Ding. Successfully teased Linya. Scumbag man points plus 10,000. Linya was stunned. Then, she walked over and pinched Lin Xian's ear. She gritted her teeth and pretended to be angry. Say that again. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Little fairy, be gentle. I'm just joking. Linya obviously couldn't bear to use force. Then, she let go of Lin Xian. She also knew that Lin Xian was just joking. She was very confident in her appearance and figure. Hurry and wash your hands and eat, Linya said and walked to the kitchen. Then, she heard Lin Xian's muttering behind her. People who don't know would think that she's an ice goddess. Actually, she's very violent. Ding. Successfully teased Linya. Scumbag man points plus 10,000. Linya took a deep breath and walked into the kitchen. Lin Xian often teased Linya. Linya was already used to it. When they were eating, Lin Xian said, "All right, little fairy, there's something I need to tell you." Don't talk when eating, Linya said and ate her rice in small bites. Lin Xian paused for a bit before continuing, "That I can cultivate." Hearing Lin Xian's words, Lin Ya's body trembled. She stared at Lin Xian. What? Did you just say that you can cultivate? What's going on? Didn't you not have the God spawn system? Did you get it? A series of questions came out of Lin Ya's mouth. She knew that this was Lin Xian's greatest pain. It was also where her heart ached the most. She wanted to help Lin Xian, but she couldn't. Especially for a man, not being able to cultivate was very lowly in this era where strength was respected. But Lin Xian suddenly said that he could cultivate. How could Lin Ya not be shocked and excited? Lin Xian picked up his bowl and calmly ate a mouthful of rice. Then, he slowly said, "Don't talk when eating. Little fairy, you talk too much." Lin Ya's head was filled with black lines. Ding. Successfully teased Lin Ya. Scumbag man points plus 10,000. Go to hell. Don't talk when you eat or sleep. Tell me, what's going on? In the outside world, Lin Ya was indeed the ice goddess. But she would only show her violent and gentle personality to Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled and said, "I randomly got the God spawn system. I don't know why." Lin Xian wouldn't tell Lin Ya about the scumbag system. It wasn't that he didn't trust Lin Ya, but he didn't know how to explain it. He might as well just say that he got the God spawn system. That's great. I'll go open a bottle of champagne to celebrate. Lin Ya smiled and quickly got up. I still have school tomorrow. Lin Ya rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Everyone has a girlfriend in university. What about you? You still have the nerve to say that you're going to school? Lin Xian. After eating, Lin Xian returned to his room. He lay on his bed and looked at the night sky outside the window. Now that he could cultivate, his biggest goal was to cultivate to the highest level and become a powerful being. Then he could step through the void and return to Earth. But before that, he had one more thing to do on planet Aqua Blue. It was about Lin Ya. Lin Xian had been reborn 3 years ago. The original owner of this body had died because of one person. His name was Qin Shaotian. In his memory, Lin Ya had a special ice body that could double her ability to control ice. That night, that person called Qin Shaotian barged into their house. He used a secret technique to forcefully transfer Lin Ya's ice body onto his body. Lin Xian saw all of this. He killed Lin Xian with a single palm strike. That was how Lin Xian had been reborn into his body. Lin Ya did not know about this. She did not even know that she had a special ice body. Her memory of that night had been erased. All of this was the original owner's memory. After being reborn, Lin Xian had seen Qin Shaotian. He had become the top genius of Tianhua Academy. Lin Xian had also pretended to have lost his memory. Although Qin Shaotian had seen Lin Xian and was surprised that he was not dead, he did not do anything after seeing that Lin Xian had lost his memory. He was afraid that the more he tried, the easier it would be for him to be exposed. In everyone's eyes, Qin Shaotian was a proud son of heaven, a genius. However, only Lin Xian knew how disgusting his heart was behind that gentlemanly facade. Previously, Lin Xian did not dare to expose himself because he could not cultivate. But now, what Qin Shaotian owed Linya, what he owed the original owner of this body, Lin Xian would make him pay. Author's note: I will not write about the levels in this article. Everyone, take a look. Qi Building Realm, Soul Congealing Realm, Arcane Body Realm, Mysterious Heaven Realm, Lightning Tribulation Realm, Law Realm, Domain Realm, Heavenly Venerable Realm, Virtuous Realm, and Heavenly Tao Realm. There are a total of 10 major realms. Each major realm is divided into 1 to 10 stars. In other words, each major realm has 10 levels. Chapter 4. The next morning, Lin Xian was woken up by Linya. He had arrived at Tianhua Academy. The universities here were different from those on Earth. Here they taught cultivation. Within the Tianhua Academy, there was also the Sky Martial Court. One had to pass a test to enter the Sky Martial Court. It was a place that every student dreamed of entering. Looking at the scene before his eyes, some students were holding flames in their hands, some were gathering lightning, and some were conjuring pillars of water. Streaks of power rose within the academy. These were all ancient martial art practitioners. Lin Xian had once envied them. Now, Lin Xian's everything was the scumbag system. He knew that as long as he flirted with girls, he would gain scumbag points. The scumbag points were a convenient way for him to increase his scumbag points. Thus, from the moment he obtained the system, Lin Xian had completely transformed. He was not a proud person of few words. On Earth, Dongfeng Shui liked Lin Xian. The main reason was that Lin Xian could often make her happy. Now, that Lin Xian had returned. Just at this moment, 2 girls appeared in front of him. Yi, Tianhua Academy's most popular campus belle. She was ranked 3rd among the top 10 campus belle of Tianhua Academy. She had countless suitors. Lin Xian knew a little about her. This was because the 2 of them were in the same class. Her clear and bright eyes, arched eyebrows, and long eyelashes fluttering slightly. Her fair and flawless skin had a faint rosy hue. Her thin lips were as delicate as rose petals. Her calm eyes emitted a faint light. Her long hair and gentle personality revealed an unparalleled beauty. She wore a simple beige jacket and simple denim shorts, revealing a pair of fair and long legs. She gave off a refreshing feeling. Beside her was another girl. She was also one of the campus belle of Tianhua Academy, Lu Yufan. She had a baby face and large eyes that were especially lively. She exuded a kind of playfulness and cuteness. The 2 of them were neck and neck in terms of looks. She was ranked 4th. Ding! You have triggered a hidden quest. Teasing Yi. Quest punishment. None. Quest reward. Spiritual Eye. Current progress. 0%. Ding! You have triggered a hidden quest. Teasing Lu Yufan. Quest punishment. None. Quest reward. Talent. Imperial Sacred Art. Current progress. 0%. When Lin Xian saw the 2 of them, the system notification rang in his mind. Lin Xian didn't know what the 2 rewards were, but judging from the level of the first reward, it was definitely not weak. Lin Xian realized that the system wouldn't trigger a mission just because he saw a girl. There had to be a specific target. Lin Xian smirked and walked over. Yi and Lu Yufan were chatting when they suddenly saw a person blocking their way. Lin Xian looked at Yi and stroked his bangs. Then, he looked at Yi affectionately and said, Yi, be my girlfriend. Alright, this scene was quite common. After all, she was the campus belle. However, those who dared to confess and pursue her were all people of status. What about Lin Xian? F*CK. Who is he? He actually dares to confess to Yi in front of everyone? Isn't he a little too daring? Either his family is rich, or his family is powerful. Otherwise, who would dare to confess to Yi in front of everyone? TSK, I know him. He's Lin Xian. He's that piece of trash who didn't get the divine subsystem. He can't cultivate in this lifetime. However, he hasn't been to school for many days. F***CK? Then what right does he have to pursue Yi? Everyone began to discuss. Yi was also stunned. She found that it was her classmate, Lin Xian. She slightly shook her head and said, "Sorry, please move." Lin Xian continued to block in front of her. "Yi, I've liked you for a long time. Be my girlfriend. My mom said that girls with big butts can give birth to boys. So, I've decided on you." Ding. Successfully teased Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 10%. He said your butt is big. Lu Yufan couldn't help but laugh. Then, she looked at Lin Xian and said with a serious face, "Hey, what right do you have to pursue my Yi?" Lin Xian glanced at Lu Yufan. Then, he looked at Yi and said, "My mom also said not to talk to girls with small breasts. Also, don't get to know girls with small breasts." Ding. Successfully teased Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 10%. Lu Yufan. Ah. Bastard, you said my breasts are small. You can't accept him even if you die. Lu Yufan gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian then looked at her and smiled. "Aren't you going to ask me why?" Lu Yufan blinked her large eyes. She was indeed quite curious. Then she asked, "Then why don't you get to know girls with small breasts?" Lin Xian smiled and said, "That's because flat breasts are evil. Flat breasts are all bad people." Lu Yufan. Was she crazy? She actually asked Lin Xian. Ding. Successfully teased Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 20%. Ignore him, let's go. Yi pulled Lu Yufan's hand and ignored Lin Xian as they walked away. Lin Xian hurriedly shouted at their backs, "Hey, hey, hey, Yi. I won't give up. One day, I'll make you a woman of my Lin family and give birth to a big fat boy for me." Ding. Successfully teased Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 20%. Pervert. Yi couldn't help but spit out when she heard Lin Xian's words from behind. She originally thought that even though Lin Xian couldn't cultivate, he was at least a gentleman. However, she realized that she was wrong. This Lin Xian was just as indecent as those men. No, he was even more despicable than those men. Lu Yufan nodded repeatedly. That's right. He actually dares to flatten my chest. Humph. Let's see if my suitors don't beat him to death. Lu Yufan even waved her fist as she spoke. Hearing Lu Yufan's words, Yi's brows slightly knit together. Then, she said worriedly, Fan, Lin Xian can't cultivate. What if those people really hurt him? Lu Yufan's face was stunned. Then she said, No way, Yi. Are you worried about him? Yi shook her head. No, after all, he is my classmate. Moreover, he can't cultivate and has no ability to resist. So, on the other side, Lin Xian was elated. The two major missions had both been completed by 20%. He believed that they would be completed very soon. He was looking forward to seeing the effects of the spiritual eye. Was the Imperial Medical Sacred Technique a medical skill? A mocking voice suddenly came from the side. Pfft, why don't you take a look at yourself? You don't even have the right to cultivate and you want to chase after Yi. Scum from the bottom of society. Lin Xian followed the voice and looked over. He actually saw Zhao Mengyue. Zhao Mengyue also saw that there were quite a lot of people here and came over to take a look. However, she saw Lin Xian. Only then did she know that Lin Xian was also in Tianhua Academy. At the same time, she heard the discussions around her. So, Lin Xian was the cripple who didn't have the Son of God system. Yo, isn't this Zhao Mengyue? You found a boyfriend so quickly? Lin Xian looked at the handsome man she was holding on to. Then, the corners of his mouth curled up. Suddenly, Zhao Mengyue had a bad feeling. Wang Chao looked at Lin Xian and sneered, "What does my Yu finding a boyfriend have to do with you?" However, Lin Xian stretched out his index finger and waved it in the air. No, that's not right. Brother, I'm kindly reminding you. I want to ask if you've ever tried touching her face or nose. Chapter 5. Wang Chao was stunned as he looked at Lin Xian. What do you mean? Lin Xian smiled. You know what I mean. However, I even had dinner with her yesterday and sent her home, but she made me lose all interest. Ding successfully taunted Zhao Mengyue. Scum value plus 10,000. Zhao Mengyue's face sank as she pointed at Lin Xian and angrily said, Lin Xian, don't talk nonsense. Brother Chao, he has a grudge against me, don't believe his nonsense. Wang Chao sneered, of course, Lin Xian right? The trash that was abandoned by the god's spawn system? A man who can't cultivate, why are you still living? You're even licking your face to chase after Yi? Ha ha ha. Hearing Wang Chao's words, the people watching the show all laughed. In an era where strength was respected, strength was everything. And without strength, you're just scum, you'll be looked down upon by others. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes, but he didn't show any anger on his face. Oh. That means you're very strong, right? Ha ha ha. I don't dare to say I'm that strong. Qi building realm 3 stars. I can only kill a cow with one punch. Wang Chao looked at Lin Xian with disdain and laughed. Qi building realm was the first realm. 3 stars was only 3 stars. Lin Xian was now 2 stars of the spirit condensation realm, which was the second realm, 12 stars. The difference was like heaven and earth. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Kill a cow with a single punch? Why don't you try? Everyone was stunned. Was this guy looking for death? Wang Chao frowned. Lin Xian, don't look for death. Brother Chao, hit him. Make him stop being so arrogant. Zhao Mengyue fanned the flames. What? I'm standing right here, you don't dare to hit me? Lin Xian laughed. Wang Chao laughed. Ha ha ha, I don't dare to hit you? Even if I kill you on the spot, what's the big deal? It's just getting rid of a piece of trash that can't cultivate. Alright, stop King pretending. Lin Xian waved his hand and walked away. How dare you? Wang Chao was enraged by Lin Xian's attitude and slapped him across the face. Many people could not bear to watch. They all thought that this slap would be enough to kill Lin Xian. One must know that a 3-star Qi building realm martial artist has the strength to knock down a tree with a single punch. This kind of strength would be enough to knock down a normal person. Stop. Yi and the others had just returned when they saw this scene, but it was already too late. The 2 school bells hurriedly closed their eyes, but after that, they did not hear any strange sounds. When they opened their eyes, they were shocked to find that Lin Xian had grabbed Wang Chao's wrist with one hand and slapped him with the other. Wang Chao's figure spun 720 degrees in the air before crashing to the ground. Everyone's jaws dropped in shock. What was going on? Why was it the other way around? Wang Chao was a 3-star Qi building realm martial artist, but Lin Xian was just a normal person. How was this possible? TSK. Didn't you claim to be able to kill me? How come you've fallen? Lin Xian mocked with a smile. Wang Chao covered his face and stood up angrily. Lin Xian, you're King courting death. Shua. A flame condensed from Wang Chao's body and rushed towards Lin Xian once again. Slap. It was the exact same scene. Even though Wang Chao had condensed his fire attribute energy, he was still sent flying by Lin Xian's backhand slap. Everyone. This Lin Xian doesn't seem like a piece of trash. He can easily defeat a 3-star Qi building realm martial artist, so he should be at least 2 stars higher. Lu Yufan said with her mouth slightly agape. Yi shook her head. I don't know what's going on either. At this time, Lin Xian turned his head to look at them and grinned. I knew you couldn't bear to part with me. Did you come here to accept my confession? Love you, moi. Yee. Ding, successfully teased Yee. Scumbag points plus 10,000, mission progress, 30%. Let's go. Yee gritted her teeth, then turned around and walked away angrily. She came here because she was afraid that Lin Xian would be beaten up by their suitors. If that happened, Yee would feel that she was in the wrong, but she didn't think that this guy would be so flirtatious. Wait for me, Yee. Lin Xian sighed from behind. Sigh, women are creatures who say one thing and mean another. Look, when I said that, she ran away shyly. Then Lin Xian shouted again, Hey, little chest girl, why are you so shy? I'm not interested in you. Yee and Lu Yufan's figures staggered. I wanted to beat him up, but I held back. I want to be a lady, Lu Yufan said in a wronged manner. Ding, successfully teased Yee. Scumbag points plus 10,000, mission progress, 40%. Ding, successfully teased Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000, mission progress, 30%. Listening to the system's notification in satisfaction, Lin Xian looked at Wang Chao, who had just gotten up, and raised his right hand. Wang Chao subconsciously thought that Lin Xian was going to hit him again, so he quickly jumped away. Who knew that Lin Xian looked at his hand and muttered to himself, Your flame just now wasn't good. It burned for so long, but my hand was completely fine. Everyone, Wang Chao angrily glared at Lin Xian, then said, Lin Xian, just you wait. I'll definitely get back at you today. After saying that, he angrily walked away. Hey, you left your girlfriend behind. Lin Xian shouted. Zhao Mengyue gritted her teeth and quickly ran away. Then Lin Xian smirked and walked away under everyone's shocked gaze. And Lin Xian casually defeated the Qi Building 3-star Wang Chao, which made everyone understand that he was not trash. In fact, he was quite strong. Was he pretending before? When they walked into the classroom, they did not have any special reaction to Lin Xian because they did not know what had just happened outside. They sat in the corner of the last row. Lin Xian did not have many friends in class. His deskmate was a little fatty called Wang Fugue. The two of them talked a lot, but Wang Fugue only ate and drank all day long and did not cultivate. At that time, he was really envious of Lin Xian. He had the God's Child system, but he did not cultivate. Why didn't he have it? However, he was quite nice to Lin Xian and often bought things for Lin Xian to eat. Lin Xian, let me tell you a piece of good news. I'm a Qi Building 5-star cultivator now, so I'm qualified to take the Sky Martial Court's examination, Wang Fugue said with a smile as he wiped the fat on his face. So fast. He was only a Qi Building 2-star cultivator yesterday, right? Hee. I went out with the Bounty Hunter Guild to do a mission last night. I didn't expect to encounter a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and 2 level 11 spirit-focused demonic beasts. Fortunately, those guys were quite strong. I accidentally killed a few of them, and I even killed a spirit-focused demonic beast. I directly leveled up to Qi Building 5-star. Awesome. Lin Xian's mouth twitched. Kill, steal? Then how did you come back alive? There were only 2 known ways to level up in Planet Aqua Blue. The first was to kill monsters. Killing all kinds of demonic beasts, mutated beasts, and demons would increase the God's Child system's experience points. Once the experience points were full, one would be able to level up. Just like in a game, monsters represented experience points and realms. Killing a demonic beast was a bad idea. No one would be willing to give up their kills. The second method was to kill a demonic beast. However, Lin Xian had a third method, and only he had a way to level up. The scumbag could exchange it for experience fruits from the system store. Hee, I'm rich. I gave each of you 1,000,000 experience points, and we'll forget about this. Lin Xian. At this moment, Yi walked into the classroom from the back door. Chapter 6. Yi and Lu Yufan were very close, but they weren't classmates. They had just separated, so Yi was the only one who walked into the classroom. Because she came up from the back stairs, she walked in through the back door. When she walked in, she saw Lin Xian. "Hey, Yi, love you," Lin Xian said with a sweet smile. "Ding. You have successfully teased Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Current mission progress 50%. Yi. She was going crazy. How did Lin Xian change so much all of a sudden? In the past, he was an invisible person in class. No one would take the initiative to talk to him. He was the most inconspicuous person. He was also very low-key. To be precise, he couldn't be high-key. Because he couldn't cultivate, no one would look at Lin Xian. But now, he was crazy. Lin Xian's words caused the noisy classroom to fall silent. Everyone's movements seemed to be frozen. Wang Fugue had just taken a bite of his hamburger. When he heard Lin Xian's words, he didn't even realize that his hamburger had fallen to the ground. "Tina. What did Lin Xian just say?" Yi took a deep breath. Then she looked at Lin Xian and said, "Lin Xian, can't you find someone else to tease?" You actually think I'm teasing you?" Lin Xian looked at Yi in disbelief. Yi asked back, "Isn't that the case?" Lin Xian bitterly laughed. His expression was incomparably lonely. "Alright, if you say so." Seeing Lin Xian's expression, Yi didn't know why, but she felt a little strange. It was as if she had made him sad. But why would she make him sad? "Lin Xian, maybe we can be friends, but I hope you won't do this again." Lin Xian raised his head and looked into Yi's eyes. Do you know why I can't cultivate?" Yi was stunned, then said, "Isn't it because there is no God's child system?" "Of course I do. Don't you think it's ridiculous that everyone in the world has the Son of God system but I don't?" Yi thought about it and realized that it made sense. Billions of people had a God spawn system, so why didn't Lin Xian have one? Lin Xian sighed and said, "Actually, not only do I have it, but my cultivation level is also very high. I'm known as a genius that only appears once in 100 years. I came to Tianhua City with a heart full of passion, until I came to Tianhua Academy. From the first day I saw you, I felt that I had found my whole world." Yi didn't say anything. The people around them were still listening curiously to Lin Xian's bullshit tea. "So I found a sorcerer. I used my life's worth of cultivation in exchange for your safety. It was also from that moment on that I couldn't cultivate." Everyone. It was obviously bullshit tea, but Yi looked at Lin Xian's serious expression, especially those sparkling eyes. Why did she feel that it was real? "But your power just now," Lin Xian smiled bitterly and said, "That's because I realized that without power, I wasn't worthy of you. I didn't even have the right to talk to you. You were so beautiful, so outstanding, so noble. I couldn't raise my head in front of you. So I found him again and exchanged my cultivation level. But you can still live peacefully for the rest of your life. Because this time, I used 20 years of my life in exchange for my previous cultivation level. What you're saying is all true." Yi bit her red lips slightly. "Of course," Lin Xian said affectionately. He slowly reached out his hand towards Yi's beautiful face. Just as he was about to touch it, he added, "Of course it's fake, ha. Alu?" At that moment, everyone was stunned, especially Yi. Don't say, she really did believe it. Her nose was a little sour. Suddenly, Lin Xian's style changed, pulling her back to reality. "Bastard! Lin Xian, you bastard!" Yi gritted her teeth and stomped her feet. Then she angrily returned to her seat, huffing and puffing. She was too naive. How could she choose to believe Lin Xian's fantasy? Ding! Successfully teased Yi. Scum man points plus 20,000. Current mission progress 60%. Hey, Yi, I'm just joking with you. Although the story is fake, my feelings for you are real. Lin Xian shouted at Yi's back. "Shut up. Alright. Lin Xian was pleasantly surprised. This was because his teasing this time had directly increased his scum man points by 20,000. Previously, it was only 10,000 points. Was it because his teasing this time was more intense? Lin Xian was not sure. Perhaps it was because Yi Yi's critical hit was more damaging. Everyone was incomparably shocked. What was going on? Suddenly, Lin Xian went berserk. The person he was teasing was Yi Yi. In the entire Tianhua Academy, who would dare to tease Yi Yi? It was not because of Yi Yi's family background, but because the person who was pursuing Yi Yi was someone no one dared to provoke. A student who was about the same age as Lin Xian walked up to Lin Xian and pointed at him angrily. Lin Xian, I think you have a death wish. Lin Xian twisted his neck and looked at him indifferently. I say, can you all change your lines? Each and every one of you is seeking death. Why don't you let me see you die? Everyone. F*CK. Is this Lin Xian on drugs today? Zhang Ziyu dares to talk back to him? I think Lin Xian must have lost his mind. After all, he can't cultivate. It's reasonable for his brain to be abnormal. This is going to be a good show. Zhang Ziyu laughed coldly and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, everyone in Tianhua City knows that Yi Yi is Brother Xiaotian's woman. Today, you've hit a nail on the head. Hearing this name, Lin Xian's eyes narrowed slightly, but he quickly returned to his casual attitude. The real him was buried deep in his heart. Oh, you want to fight? So what if I do? After saying that, Zhang Ziyu raised his hand and slapped Lin Xian. Lin Xian's attitude made him very angry. He was a Qi building stage 4-star, and Lin Xian was just a piece of trash who could not cultivate. He actually did not care about him at all. And Lin Xian had teased Yi Yi. He could teach Lin Xian a lesson and curry favor with Qin Xiaotian. Wait. Just as the slap was about to land, Lin Xian quickly shouted. Zhang Ziyu stopped and laughed coldly. What? You want to beg for mercy now? It's too late. Lin Xian did not pay attention to him. Instead, he looked at Yi Yi's back and asked. Yi, he slandered you and said you are Qin Xiaotian's woman. Do you think I should help you beat him up? What? Want? Okay. Pa. Then, before anyone could react, Lin Xian gave Zhang Ziyu a backhand slap, sending him flying. His ending was a little similar to Wang Chao's. Yi Yi. Did she say something? Everyone finally reacted. What did Lin Xian sending Zhang Ziyu flying with a slap mean? It meant that he did not have the strength of an ordinary person. If it was an ordinary person, Zhang Ziyu, who was a Qi building stage 4-star, would not even be able to move him. At this moment, a mocking voice came from the door. Heh, today is really lively. Chapter 7. Everyone looked in the direction of the voice and saw a blonde student leaning against the back door of the classroom. He was fiddling with a ball of fire in his hand. He looked like a big brother with a group of underlings behind him. Lin Xian knew this person. He was Bai Yun Tao, a rich second generation. At the same time, he was quite strong. He was considered a tyrant in Tianhua Academy because he was Qin Xiaotian's underling. Zhang Ziyu ran over and said, Brother Tao, he is Lin Xian. Not only did he tease Yi Yi, he even hit me. Bai Yun Tao extinguished the ball of fire in his hand. He looked at Lin Xian and then at Zhang Ziyu and said, Lin Xian? That trash? What's the use of you? You can't even defeat a trash? Zhang Ziyu lowered his head and did not dare to say a word. Bai Yun Tao then looked at Lin Xian and said, I heard that someone teased sister-in-law Yi. Now that brother Xiao is not around, who dares to mess with him? Ha ha ha. The surrounding people could not help but laugh. However, Lin Xian's expression did not change. Yi Yi looked over and wanted to help Lin Xian. However, when she thought of how Lin Xian had teased her, Yi Yi made up her mind. I don't care anymore. Lin Xian laughed and walked towards Bai Yun Tao. He patted his collar and said, Brother, you look familiar. What's your name again? Bai Yuntao was stunned by Lin Xian's abnormal behavior. You don't know me? Bai Yuntao said coldly as he removed Lin Xian's hand. I know you, but I don't know your name. Zhang Ziyu sneered and said, This is Brother Tao, Bai Yuntao. He is a Qi building realm 5-star expert from Sky Martial Court. Lin Xian, you can be arrogant now. Just wait for your death. Lin Xian slapped his head in realization. Right. Now that you mention the name, I remember it. I was wondering why it sounded so familiar. Yesterday, I met a hawker on the road with a loudspeaker shouting, contraceptive pills, selling at a reduced price, 3 yuan for 1, 10 yuan for 3. So our brother Tao is selling contraceptives. Puchi. When Yi Yi heard Lin Xian's words, she couldn't help but laugh. Then, she suddenly realized that she had lost her composure and quickly held it back. You look so beautiful when you smile. Lin Xian chuckled. Ding. You have successfully flirted with Yi Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 70%. Yi Yi decisively ignored Lin Xian. The surrounding people looked at Lin Xian with admiration. He was too brave, he even dared to provoke Bai Yuntao. After admiration, they felt pity. Wasn't this courting death? Are you King kidding me? Bai Yuntao glared at Lin Xian angrily. A powerful force exploded from his body. He hated it when people called him that. The last person who called me that was already crippled. Bai Yuntao stretched out his hand and grabbed Lin Xian's neck. However, Lin Xian didn't show any signs of panic. Instead, he grinned and stretched out his hand to grab Bai Yuntao's wrist. Then, everyone noticed that Bai Yuntao's face turned red. The hand that was grabbing Lin Xian's neck loosened as if he was in pain. Is that so? Then let me tell you, I have already thrown the contraceptive pills into the trash can. Whoosh. After saying that, Lin Xian grabbed Bai Yuntao's wrist and threw him into the corner of the classroom. There was a trash can and a bunch of cleaning tools there. This one is the same. Hua. Everyone was in an uproar when they saw this. Bai Yuntao was a 5-star Qi building cultivator and a student of the Sky Martial Court. How could he be thrown into the trash by Lin Xian so easily? What did this prove? It proved that Lin Xian was more powerful than Bai Yuntao. However, wasn't Lin Xian a good-for-nothing? Yi Yi was shocked as well. It was as if Lin Xian had changed into another person. Not only did he become more talkative, but he also became more powerful. At the same time, he even dared to provoke these people. Bai Yuntao crawled up from the trash can and glared at Lin Xian. He roared, I want you dead today. After saying that, he charged at Lin Xian. Bang! In the next moment, he was thrown into the trash can again. It was just a simple punch. That's where you should be. Be a good boy and don't move around. Condom. Lin Xian grinned. However, in everyone's eyes, his smile was like the smile of a devil. Bai Yuntao crawled up again. He was furious. I'll kill you. He unleashed the power of a 5-star Qi building cultivator. On the other hand, Lin Xian walked toward Bai Yuntao calmly. It was as if he did not care about Bai Yuntao's 5-star Qi building cultivator strength. He pushed Bai Yuntao into the trash can. I said, don't move. After saying that, Lin Xian closed the trash can and sat on it. Everyone was speechless. Did he just shove Bai Yuntao into the trash can and not let him out? No. Bai Yuntao was a 5-star Qi building cultivator. If Lin Xian could toy with him so easily, he should be at least a 7-star Qi building cultivator. Yi Yi was also surprised. Previously, she thought that Lin Xian was only a 5-star Qi building cultivator. However, it seemed that even a 5-star Qi building cultivator like Bai Yuntao was no match for Lin Xian. This meant that Lin Xian's cultivation base must be even higher. She had underestimated Lin Xian. So, he had been hiding his strength all this while? Had he been pretending to be weak all this while? However, this was not considered as pretending to be weak. After all, Lin Xian was only a 7-star Qi building cultivator. Not to mention the entire Tianhua city, even the Sky Martial Court of the Tianhua Academy was nothing to him. Yi Yi did not like Bai Yun Tao from the start, so when he was beaten up, she naturally would not say anything. As for the lackeys that Bai Yun Tao brought along, as well as Zhang Ziyu, all of them were angry but did not dare to say anything. A dignified Qi building stage 5-star was beaten up like this. Who would dare to go over? Oh right. Fatty, take out the things on my desk. Lin Xian suddenly thought of something and said to Wang Fuguei, who was dumbfounded. Wang Fuguei came back to his senses and rummaged around Lin Xian's desk. Then, he took out a string of firecrackers. It was the kind that would explode 1,000 times. Everyone was speechless. They did not know why, but when they saw the string of firecrackers, they suddenly felt sympathy for Wang Fuguei. Lin Xian took the string of firecrackers and said while opening the wick, "Is it the Mid-Autumn Festival 2 days ago? I bought some firecrackers and set them off at home. There are still some left. The Mid-Autumn Festival is a day of reunion. However, I feel that it is fate for classmates to gather together. Therefore, I think that we should set them off for Class 10 and wish that we will be safe and sound." Crackle. After saying that, Lin Xian patted the trash can under his butt and said loudly, "Hey, aren't you a fire elemental? The bucket is made of plastic. You can set it on fire and it will be gone. Then, you will be able to come out." Bai Yun Tao, who was in the bucket, felt that Lin Xian's words made sense. "Just you wait. I will kill you when I come out." After saying that, Lin Xian opened the lid and threw the string of firecrackers in. Then he sat on top of the bucket and, pa 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 pa, ah. Chapter 8. The sound of firecrackers in Class 10 attracted the attention of the other classes on this floor. Many of them ran out to see what was going on. "Brother, what's going on? Is it a firecracker?" "No, it's not a firecracker. It's Bai Yun Tao." "What? How can a condom explode so loudly?" When the firecrackers stopped, Lin Xian jumped down from the bucket and the bucket fell over. Bai Yun Tao crawled out from the bucket with thick smoke. When they saw Bai Yun Tao's burnt body, the students who came later were stunned. F***ck. What the hell was going on? Arabaldi and the friends who just arrived, I wish you all a happy holiday. Lin Xian waved to the students outside the door. When had Bai Yun Tao been bullied like this before? He was angry at first, but after being bullied again and again, he felt that his fragile soul was being humiliated. His fragile heart could not take it anymore and tears rolled down his cheeks uncontrollably. Lin Xian saw that Bai Yun Tao was crying and still had a concerned look on his face. "Hey, why are you crying? You shouldn't cry during a holiday. It's not auspicious. Come, give me a smile." Yi Yi rubbed her forehead secretly. "So, shameless. Lin Xian. You and I are irreconcilable." Sob. Bai Yun Tao wiped his tears and ran out. This incident would probably be a shadow for him for the rest of his life. Sigh, he's still a child after all. He's so fragile. Lin Xian sighed. Fragile? Fragile my ass. Who could stand being bullied like this? They did not know why. Bai Yun Tao was a scourge who dared to bully people in Tianhua Academy. Everyone hated him, but now, they felt pity for him and wanted to give him a loving hug. As for Lin Xian, he was a beast. And everyone understood one thing. Lin Xian was not a useless person. On the contrary, he had the strength of a Qi building stage 5-star. It was a pity that everyone started to pity Lin Xian. Because not only did he take liberties with the woman that Qin Xiaotian took a fancy to, but he also tortured his underling to such a state. He was finished. Qin Xiaotian was not an ordinary person. He was a legend in Tianhua Academy and even in Tianhua City. Not to mention his family background, just his strength alone was enough to leave everyone in the dust. When he returned, everyone could already imagine what would happen to Lin Xian. Lin Xian sat down beside Yi Yi as though nothing had happened. "Yi, don't you think I'm handsome?" Yi Yi shook her head decisively. "No. Lin Xian. Hair women. You don't mean what you say. Yi. However, Lin Xian had indeed surprised her today. It was also the first time a man had made her lose her composure time and time again. Most importantly, an ordinary nobody had suddenly become so high profile. This really attracted attention. However, she still looked at Lin Xian kindly and reminded him. Do you know how powerful Qin Shaotian is? I know. Then you still dared to provoke his people? Lin Xian said casually. That's because you don't like him, but he keeps pestering you. Even his underlings are annoyed by you. I don't want to upset you. In the future, let me be your shield. I will protect you. Yi's heart skipped a beat. Wait a minute. In the next moment, she reacted. She could not listen to Lin Xian's words. This guy could not tell the truth from the lies. Who? Yi took a deep breath and said, But you have already provoked him. You can't afford to provoke him. You are in danger. I'm not afraid. Don't I have you? I won't help you. Lin Xian smiled and said, That's what you think now. Think about it, when Qin Shaotian comes back, you'll have become my girlfriend. Then, our relationship will be different. When that time comes, you'll definitely have to protect me. Ding. Successfully teased Yi. Scumman points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 80%. In your dreams. Yi turned her head and ignored Lin Xian. Lin Xian shrugged. It was already 80%. It would be finished soon. Then he sat back down and everyone left. Wang Fuguei quickly whispered to Lin Xian, Lin Xian, when did you become so strong? Am I? It's so. He's too weak. Then what level are you? There was no way Lin Xian would reveal his true level. I'm not much higher than him. Do you think I'm a genius? No. You're not? Lin Xian. Haha. F***ck. I hid it for so long and you still saw through it. Lin Xian laughed. Great. Hearing these words was really great. Hee, brother Xian, eat something, eat something. Wang Fuguei took out a pile of delicious food and placed it in front of Lin Xian. Lin Xian took a hamburger and bit into it. He was considered rich, but it was far from Wang Fuguei. Moreover, that money was earned by Lin Ya. Lin Xian rarely used it. He never spent money recklessly. Wang Fuguei was considered a small figure in the school because his Wang family's property was one of the best in Tianhua City. He was the richest. Although some young masters looked down on him, they all flattered him on the surface. It was easy for them to cheat more money from him. As for Wang Fuguei, although he came from a good family, his character was there. He was easily bullied and he had to swallow his pride. It was really hard to understand why someone with such a family background would have such a character. However, although he was timid, he was a little fatty. Hee, brother Xian, is it good? It's okay. Tell me what's the matter. Wang Fuguei was immediately unhappy. Brother Xian, we're so close. Shouldn't I give you food to show my filial piety? What kind of person do you think I am? That's true. I've wronged you, brother. Although that was what he said, Lin Xian was very clear about Wang Fuguei's thoughts. That's right. That. Brother Xian, you're going to take the Sky Martial Court's exam later, right? Lin Xian nodded. Of course. Once he entered the Sky Martial Court, he would be able to receive training. Most importantly, he would have martial skills. Currently, Lin Xian did not have any martial skills. This was what he needed. That. Brother Xian is so powerful today. Do you want to help me? Wang Fuguei asked shyly. I think it's okay, but there's no need. Wang Fuguei was speechless. Don't be like that. I'm very weak. There's a 50% chance that I won't pass the exam. However, Brother Xian, you're so powerful. Hee. Lin Xian wiped his mouth and looked at Wang Fuguei. Speaking of the exam, I don't know much about it. Can I ask for help in the personal exam? Wang Fuguei nodded repeatedly. The exam is based on the total score. You can only enter the Sky Martial Court if you pass the total score. The final round is a chaotic battle. A group of people will fight for a few crystals. If anyone has a crystal in hand at the end, they'll pass no matter how weak they are. Therefore, I'll need your help when the time comes. Sure. Lin Xian replied casually as he rubbed his 3 fingers. Wang Fuguei immediately understood when he saw this. Don't worry, Brother Xian. I'll arrange the money as soon as I'm done. Lin Xian grinned. Then, he patted Wang Fuguei's shoulder. Actually, I'm not a greedy person. With our relationship, I'll agree to your request without batting an eyelid. I'm only asking you to pay because I'm thinking on your behalf. What do you mean? Think about it. I don't mind if I help you for free, but you'll feel bad about it. Right. So, I'll reluctantly accept your help. What do you think? Brother, right? Wang Fuguei was speechless. Despicable. You're really despicable. At this moment, a woman walked into their classroom. Chapter 9. She was wearing a pure white loose coat and a blue-white knee-length skirt. She was very tall, and her pair of heaven-defying long legs would definitely make people's imaginations run wild. After walking into the classroom, her pitch-black eyes sized up everything around her. Her long and curly eyelashes made her eyes even bigger and more moving. Her cherry lips were suffused with a charming luster. If a slightly young girl like Yi was a little beauty, then someone like her could be called a goddess. It was not to say that she was much prettier than Yi, but she was about the same age as Linya, 24 or 25 years old. A mature age was more attractive. When the girl appeared, the entire 10th class erupted in excitement. Goddess! 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 Lin Xian looked at her and could not help but exclaim in admiration. She was indeed beautiful. In Lin Xian's eyes, she was the first girl who could stand shoulder to shoulder with Linya in terms of looks alone. And this girl should be in the top 3 most popular beauties in Tianhua Academy. It was because of her aura and appearance. More importantly, she was not a student, but a teacher of the Sky Martial Court. Have you ever seen a beauty so young and so beautiful, and more importantly, so powerful that she could be a teacher? Perhaps because of this, she had many admirers. But admirers were just admirers, and no one dared to confess to her. She was a teacher, and more importantly, her family background seemed to be especially powerful. At this moment, the system's voice sounded in Lin Xian's mind. Ding! Successfully discovered the beautiful beauty Xiao Runing. Triggered mission. Teasing Xiao Runing. Mission penalty. Level dropped by 3 levels. Mission reward, martial technique. 5 elemental arts. Lin Xian. F***CK. The system can't be like this, right? Lin Xian was dumbfounded. What was going on? So System B only triggered this kind of reward when it saw a pretty girl? That's why it gave out rewards other than the scumbag value. Was it like this? But why was it that when it was Xiao Runing's turn, there would be a penalty if he did not complete the mission? Why was it that Yi and the rest did not? Dropping 3 levels meant that he was directly back to the Qi building realm. In other words, Lin Xian had no choice but to complete this quest. But this was King teacher. Moreover, he was a teacher from the Sky Martial Court. Did he flirt with Xiao Runing? Was he courting death? Xiao Runing seemed to be used to this situation when the students saw him. When he walked up to the podium, the students suddenly quieted down. At this moment, Lin Xian took a deep breath and stood up. Miss Xiao, there's something I don't know if I should say. Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian and said, Go ahead. I feel that Miss Xiao is the most beautiful girl in the entire Tianhua Academy, no, in the entire Tianhua city. So, can you be my girlfriend? Everyone's expressions, movements, and gazes were all frozen at that moment. It was as if space itself had frozen. F***CK? What the hell? Was this Lin Xian crazy? Flirting with the school beauty Yi was one thing, But why did he even dare to flirt with the Sky Martial Court's teacher Xiao Runing? Was he courting death? Ding. Successfully flirted with Xiao Runing. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress 10%. Ding. Host has confessed to 2 girls at the same time. This is considered a scumbag behavior. Scumbag points plus 50,000. Ding. Successfully detected that Yi is not in a good mood. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress 90%. Aloo. He thought that he would only hear one system notification, but did not expect it to ring 3 times. And strangely, Yi's mission system notification also rang. This was a completely unexpected reward. Yi's mission was about to be completed. Moreover, confessing to several girls at the same time would give him so many rewards? At this moment, Yi was gnashing her teeth. He said that he liked her and loved her so much. Now that he saw Xiao Runing, he even confessed to her in front of her. What a stupid pig trotter. As expected of a man's mouth, he was a liar. She did not understand why she was so angry. Xiao Runing was also stunned. Who was this young man in front of her? How could he be so bold? Even those arrogant young masters of the Sky Martial Court only dared to fantasize about him behind their backs. Yet, this guy confessed to her in public. Student, please don't joke around. Sit down. I have something to announce. Lin Xian knew when to stop. Xiao Runing was not like Yi or Lu Yufan. Lin Xian could not read her mind. Seeing that Lin Xian had sat down decisively, everyone heaved a sigh of relief. So it was a joke. I knew it. Who would be so bold as to confess to Miss Xiao? But even if it was a joke, Lin Xian's actions are enough to shock the entire Tianhua Academy. More importantly, he's fine. Nonsense. Miss Xiao is one of the Sky Martial Court's examiners. Do you think she won't hold a grudge against Lin Xian? Just wait and see. Wang Fuguei secretly gave Lin Xian a thumbs up. Brother Xian is awesome. You even dare to flirt with Miss Xiao. You're finished. What do you mean? Miss Xiao is one of the examiners. Why do you think so many rich young masters don't dare to interact with her when she's so pretty? That's because Miss Xiao's personality is unpredictable. Sometimes she's cold, sometimes she's gentle, just like a fairy. Normal people can't control themselves. Previously, there was a young master who flirted with Miss Xiao and was forced to drop out of school crying. More importantly, no matter if it's the academy or anyone else, they can't control Miss Xiao. She seemed to be quite powerful. Lin Xian rubbed his chin and patted Wang Fuguei's shoulder. You don't understand. No matter how fierce a woman is, she's still a woman. You're on your own now. I only hope that you can help me with the examination. Lin Xian then poked the back of the girl in front of him. She turned her head around and Lin Xian said, Miss, I like you. Be my girlfriend. Ding. Host has confessed to multiple girls. Scumbag value plus 100. What? Only 100? Alright, it was probably because he confessed to the girls on the mission. Like hell I'll believe you. Lin Xian. At this moment, Xiao Runing glanced at everyone and tucked her hair behind her ear. This simple action was enough to make a man's blood boil. Then, she said slowly, today is the day of the Sky Martial Court's examination. All students who have reached Qi Building Stage 5 can participate in the examination. Those who want to participate, please fill in the form. Then, a few people walked up. There were more than 40 people in the class, but only 3 of them went up. Lin Xian, Wang Fuguei, and Yi. Xiao Runing glanced at Lin Xian when she saw him. However, Lin Xian did not do anything for the time being. This mission was probably the hardest one he had encountered so far. Most importantly, it was too difficult. Lin Xian. Xiao Runing said in surprise when she saw Lin Xian's completed form. Is there something wrong with Miss Xiao? Xiao Runing put down the form and shook her head. Nothing. Follow me out now. However, she was puzzled. The whole Tianhua Academy knew that Lin Xian was unable to cultivate, especially the teachers. But now he had reached Qi Building Stage 5? It seemed like he had been hiding it all this time. However, if he was only at Qi Building Stage 5, he would not have hidden it. Hence, Xiao Runing guessed that Lin Xian had chosen to hide it because he was at a higher level. Otherwise, he was stupid. The three of them followed behind. Lin Xian ran to Xiao Runing's side and walked side by side with her. Indeed, you are the same as those men. To think that I was worried about you when I saw that you had provoked by Yun Tao and the rest. Tui. Yi secretly spat. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and laughed. He looked at Xiao Runing and said, Miss Xiao, do you still remember Xia Yuha from the Great Lake? I only remember the code of conduct for students. After saying that, Xiao Runing took out Lin Xian's form and wrote as she said, taking liberties with a teacher, your total assessment score will be deducted by 10 points. Lin Xian. Chapter 10. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth twitched when he saw the -10 on the form. F***CK. Xiao Runing doesn't play by the rules. Lin Xian's score was already negative before the assessment even began. Serves him right. Yi muttered. However, Lin Xian did not seem to feel anything. He coughed dryly and said, It's just 10 points. Even 10 points can't erase my praise for you, Miss Xiao. If you think I'm not sincere enough, you can deduct the points. I'll deduct another 10 points then. Lin Xian. F***CK. Lin Xian took a deep breath and said seriously to Xiao Runing, 20 points can't erase my admiration for you. It can't erase your status as a goddess in my heart. Yi and Wang Fugue were stunned. Does Lin Xian not want to enter the Sky Martial Court? Lin Xian smiled and said, Miss Xiao, I'll stop joking around. I'll be serious. You smell so good. What perfume do you use? I really like the smell. I'm planning to buy a bunch of it for my girlfriend. Sweet Chanel No. 5 perfume N degree 5. Alright, I'll buy all the perfume I can get for you tomorrow. Xiao Runing. Alright, I shouldn't have chosen to talk to Lin Xian. However, this student keeps hitting on me. What gives him the right to do that? This is interesting. Ding. You've successfully teased Xiao Runing. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 20%. Lin Xian rubbed his forehead. F***CK. It's so difficult. I've already cracked my lips and it's only 20%. Teasing a teacher will result in a 10-point deduction, Xiao Runing said calmly. Fine, fine. I won't give up no matter how much you deduct. You don't mind at all? Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian in surprise. The overall score was 60 points, and these 60 points were not easy to obtain. Lin Xian had already been deducted 30 points. Compared to you, what's the big deal about Xiao Xiao? Give me a heart. Lin Xian made a heart gesture after he finished speaking. The three people behind him were dumbfounded. What the F***CK is he saying sweet nothings now? F***CK. This guy is crazy. Wang Fugue worshipped Lin Xian from the bottom of his heart. It's fine if you flirt with the school belle, but now you're flirting with Xiao Runing. Really, Wang Fugue was worried that Lin Xian wouldn't live for long. There was no need for Xiao Runing. Once Qin Xiaotian returned, he would be finished. Then I'll deduct another 10 points. Congratulations. You only need to deduct one more point and you can go back. Ahem, make a heart sign. Unexpectedly, Xiao Runing also made a heart sign towards Lin Xian, taking pleasure in his misfortune. Oh my god. I can't believe I got to see such a playful side of Miss Xiao. F***CK. She's so cute. She's really cute. Wang Fugue and Yi were stunned. Ahem. Xiao Runing realized that she seemed to have lost her composure in front of the students and coughed dryly. Lin Xian found that this Xiao Runing was really quite interesting. It seemed that her true character was actually quite playful and black-bellied, and not the kind of ice-cold appearance that she had on the surface. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. "Don't worry, I'm not worried at all." Xiao Runing didn't know where Lin Xian's confidence came from. If he missed this assessment, he would have to wait another 3 months. And if he entered the Sky Martial Court 3 months later, then the gap between him and the people in the same batch of people would be pulled apart. "Then I'd like to see where your confidence comes from." As they chatted, they arrived at their destination. At this moment, the huge field was already filled with people. Tianhua Academy had 4 grades, and each grade had about 20 classes. Each class had about 2 to 4 people for the assessment, which meant that there were about 200 people on the field. They were all at the Qi Building 5-star level. Almost none of them were at the 6-star level. Lin Xian and the other 2 stood at the edge while Xiao Runing walked to the side. There were also 2 male instructors from the Sky Martial Court. When they saw Xiao Runing, the male instructors couldn't help but stare at her. "Hooligan." Yi spat out a mouthful of saliva. "Hey, Yi, how can you say that about me?" "Am I not?" Yi retorted. Lin Xian said seriously, "You don't understand. I'm not flirting with an instructor. As a student, I wouldn't dare to do that. Isn't that courting death?" "Then you are." "If you can understand the adoration in Miss Zhao's eyes when she looks at me, you'll understand. I'm not flirting with her, I'm giving her a chance to pursue me." "Shameless." Yi rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. At this moment, Lu Yufan squeezed in from behind. "Hey, little chest sister." Ding. Successfully teased Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 40%. Why is he here? Lu Yufan went crazy when he heard Lin Xian's words. This person was too annoying. Most importantly, he was so shameless. As for her, as an unrivaled beauty, she couldn't possibly lay a hand on Lin Xian. "What do you think?" "I'm definitely here to participate in the assessment." "Assessment? Just you wait. See if I don't beat you to a pulp." Lin Xian smiled and said, "Anyway, Yi will protect me, right?" "I don't care." Yi snorted. Wang Fugue was absolutely impressed by Lin Xian. No matter what, Lin Xian had already made Yi able to answer every single one of his questions. This was something that almost no one in the entire Tianhua Academy had done before. A male instructor in front cleared his throat and said, "Very well, since everyone is here, let me first announce the rules. As usual, the Sky Martial Court assessment will be divided into 3 rounds. In each round, there will be a deduction of points. At the end of the 3 rounds, if your total points do not exceed 60 points, you will fail the assessment. Alright, let's begin the first round of assessment, the Spiritual Power Assessment." Following which, they saw a table in front of them. On the table was a transparent crystal. Lin Xian knew that it was used to check a warrior's attributes, including the strength of their spiritual power. For example, if 2 people of the same level had different spiritual power strengths, those who exceeded the standard would be stronger in terms of combat power and would receive special attention. If one's spiritual power was lower than the standard, points would be deducted. One by one, Wang Jun, following which, a man walked over and placed his hand on the crystal. He released his spiritual power slightly and the colorless crystal flashed with a light blue light. Qi Building Stage 5 stars, water attribute, spiritual power strength lower than the standard by 3%, 10 points deducted. Lin Xian. What the F***CK? Points are deducted just like that? Isn't the Sky Martial Court assessment too ridiculous? Suddenly, Lin Xian felt that he was about to kneel here. Next. Lin Xian could roughly see from the 100 or so people in front of him that they were all at the Qi Building Stage 5 stars. However, only 10% of them would not have their points deducted. Almost everyone's spiritual power strength was lower than the standard. Next, Yi. Chapter 11. Hearing her name being called, Yi ran to the front. Because Yi was the most popular school beauty, Everyone paid special attention to Yi. Yi, you can do it. Lin Xian's woman can't lose. Lin Xian shouted in front of the 200 people. Bastard! Yi gritted her teeth and couldn't help but curse in her heart. This Lin Xian was too shameless. F***ck. This person is Lin Xian? Is he not putting Yi's pursuers in his eyes, or is he not putting Qin Shaotian in his eyes? That bastard is crazy. He actually said that Yi is his woman in front of everyone. I only dared to think about it in my heart. Just watch. Let's see how crazy he is today. When Qin Shaotian comes back, we'll see how he dies. At this moment, Lin Xian didn't care about the voices of the people around him because he was very excited at this moment. Ding! Successfully teased Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission completed. Obtained the reward, Spirit Eye. Obtained additional scumbag points. 100,000. Yi randomly obtained 10% skin whitening. Are you sure you want to use it on Yi? And since she's my girlfriend in the future, there's no harm in it. Whitening. That's right. Mission completed. He only felt that his eyes were filled with energy, and then he heard the system sound in his mind. Ding. You have obtained the martial skill, Spirit Eye. Spirit Eye. Unknown grade martial skill. Owner. Lin Xian. Effect. Each use consumes 10 spiritual energy. Able to see the attributes of a unit that is not higher than the user's level by 5. When Lin Xian saw the effect of the Spirit Eye, he couldn't help but be pleasantly surprised. Although it wasn't a so-called offensive martial skill, as far as he knew, such a martial skill didn't exist. Activating the spiritual eye would allow one to check the attributes of a person or demonic beast whose level was not higher than one's own martial skill. Only one would know the attributes of the God spawn system of a martial artist. The exact number of attributes was a secret that could not be shared with others. Normally, as long as one did not release their spiritual energy, no one would be able to know what level the other party was. Once they released their spiritual energy, they would be able to sense it, but that was only the level. What about the Spirit Eye? Not only could it see a person's level, it could even see their attributes. This was undoubtedly a bug-like ability. Because of this, as long as Lin Xian's level was not higher than 5 levels, it meant that Lin Xian knew everything about the other party. He even knew how much spiritual energy the other party had left. Following which, Lin Xian impatiently released his spiritual eye towards Lu Yufan. Lu Yufan, Realm, Qi Building 5 stars, Attribute, Wood, Strength, 31, Vitality, 29, Agility, 20, Spirit, 33, Spiritual Energy, 130 Lin Xian, F***ck. All of Lu Yufan's attributes were directly detected. Even Lu Yufan's wood attribute could be detected. This was too exaggerated. Invincible, invincible. Even if he had to give up a powerful offensive martial skill book for this Spirit Eye, he would not exchange it. When he met an opponent, he could directly understand the opponent's background and compare it with his own attributes. Whether he could win or not, and how big the difference was, he could tell with a single glance. Rogue. Why are you looking at me? Lu Yufan saw that Lin Xian was staring at her in a daze and quickly retreated while hugging her chest, then spat out. Lin Xian came back to his senses and smirked. If you want to retreat, then retreat. Why are you hugging your chest? No need to hug, I really don't have any. Lu Yufan. Ding. Successfully ridiculed Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 50%. Lin Xian. I'll fight it out with you. While Yi was checking the strength of the spiritual energy in front of him, the two of them were running and chasing each other. Ding. Host has angered Little Mississippi. This is considered a scumbag behavior. Scumbag points plus 30,000. Lin Xian. F***ck. This system is so intelligent. Awesome. Don't run. I'll kill you. Lady, I want a lady. Lin Xian said as he ran. Xiao Runing looked at them and secretly sighed in her heart, revealing a trace of helplessness. This Lin Xian had angered the girl to the point of flipping out again. "What are you two doing? Pay attention to discipline, or you'll fail the test," the male teacher shouted. Lin Xian and Lu Yufan stopped at the same time, then Lin Xian raised his hand and said loudly, "Teacher, she's chasing me. I rejected her and she's still chasing me." Everyone, ding, successfully flirted with Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress 60%. Bastard. If you didn't chase me, I wouldn't chase you. Lu Yufan gritted her teeth and angrily stared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian said with a serious expression, "You wouldn't chase me? Then who was chasing me just now? Girls have to be reserved. Although I'm very handsome and it's normal for you to chase me, you have to be reserved. Ding. Successfully flirted with Lu Yufan. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress 70%. Woo. I'm so wronged. Lu Yufan pouted, indicating that she would definitely ignore Lin Xian. Otherwise, she would be asking for trouble. "Hurry up and stand there," the teacher angrily said. "Okay." Then Lin Xian obediently stood at the side of the crowd. Lu Yufan decisively chose to stay far away from him. On the other side, Yi had already finished her investigation. Qi building stage 5 stars, water attribute, spiritual power 5% higher than the standard. Not bad. Add 10 points. Xiao Runing looked at Yi with satisfaction. Yay. After adding points, Yi's face was filled with joy. "Did you see that? Lin Xian's woman not only won't lose, she's also very strong. Yi, you're the best," Lin Xian shouted. Ding. Successfully flirted with Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Although Yi's mission was completed, he could still get scumbag points. It would be a waste if he didn't take it. Bastard. Originally, she was in a good mood, but after being shouted at by Lin Xian, Yi suddenly wanted to kick him. No one knew why Lin Xian had the guts to continuously flirt with Yi. But seeing that Yi didn't have much of a reaction of disgust, they were still very surprised. Next, Lu Yufan. Lu Yufan walked past Lin Xian and cutely snorted. Then, he walked up and Yi came down. "Lin Xian, can you restrain yourself a little? Don't you know that it's very dangerous for you?" Yi looked at Lin Xian with a serious face. Lin Xian shrugged indifferently. "Isn't it just Qin Xiaotian? Don't worry, I know you care about me. I also know that in your heart, I'm your treasure. But you have to believe me." Ding. Successfully flirted with Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. "I'm not talking to you anymore." Yi then turned her head and ignored Lin Xian. She looked at Lu Yufan. A green light flashed. Qi building stage 5 stars. Wood attribute. Spiritual energy above standard by 1%. Bonus 5 points. Wow. Hearing that he wasn't lower than the standard, Lu Yufan jumped 3 feet high. He was very happy and then jumped down. Next, Lin Xian. Deduct points, deduct points, deduct points until you die. Lu Yufan made a face at Lin Xian. "Sorry, no matter how many points you deduct, even a man like me has bigger breasts than you." Lu Yufan. Chapter 12. After receiving another 10,000 points from Lu Yufan, Lin Xian walked up to the crystal under everyone's gaze. Many people who did not know what was going on were thinking, wasn't Lin Xian a waste? How could he be a Qi building realm 5 star? Release it. Xiao Runing was probably because Lin Xian was the first person who dared to flirt with her, so she more or less paid special attention to him. After that, Lin Xian placed his hand on the crystal and released his Qi building realm 5 star energy. When he released his Qi building realm 5 star energy, it could only be sensed as a Qi building realm 5 star energy, so no matter how high his level was, as long as he did not release any higher level energy, it would be impossible to detect his level. The crystal released a light, but its color did not change. Seeing this scene, Xiao Runing was very surprised. All right. Lin Xian withdrew his hand. Qi Building Realm 5-star, spiritual energy 20% higher than the standard, but why do you have no attributes? Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian really didn't know about this. He had indeed discovered that he didn't have any elemental attributes. There was only pure spiritual energy flowing through his meridians. However, there was no fire element, water element, or any other element. This meant that Lin Xian didn't have any elemental attributes. How should he put it? Compared to people with elemental attributes, he was much weaker. But Lin Xian did not care, because he was already very satisfied. Do you want to know why? Lin Xian looked at Xiao Runing. Speak. Because you are as beautiful and dazzling as the stars in the sky, everything about me is dim and dull, so I do not have the red of fire, nor the blue of water. Everyone. After Xiao Runing heard this, the corners of her mouth curled up, and then she said to Lin Xian, "Do you believe that I won't let you breathe?" Ha ha ha. After hearing this, the people below could not help but laugh at Xiao Runing's wit. But they were also shocked. Lin Xian actually dared to flirt with Xiao Runing. How awesome! Lin Xian. He couldn't afford to offend them. She didn't get the scumbag value, but was checkmated instead. Yes, I believe everything you say. Then why don't you have any attributes? Lin Xian shook his head. I really don't know. I'll bet 4. You may leave. Then, Xiao Runing said, Lin Xian, no attributes, 20 points deducted. On the way back, Lin Xian stumbled when he heard Xiao Runing's words. F***CK. Miss Xiao couldn't be like this, right? Why is my spiritual energy 20% higher than the standard? Why are you deducting 20 points from me? He had already been deducted 40 points. If another 20 points were deducted, he would directly kneel down. I'm a teacher. Do you have any objections? Xiao Runing smiled and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled helplessly. No, you're good looking, so whatever you say is right. Who told you to court death by flirting with Miss Xiao? You've been remembered. Lu Yufan said with a gloating smile. Serves you right. Yi also felt relieved. Lin Xian, don't panic, I can still make a comeback. How? You're already 20 points below the passing mark. With my handsomeness, it's enough. Wang Fugue said. Brother Xian, even if you snatch a crystal in the last round, you'll only get 10 points. With hundreds of people snatching a few, do you think you can still make a comeback? You still have to help me. Lin Xian, being said like this, he felt a bit panicked. That's not right. You easily beat up by Yun Tao, so you shouldn't be at the Qi Building realm. Yi suddenly realized something. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. What's wrong with that? Geniuses can beat up opponents in the same realm. Show some face. At this time, a student pushed a machine over. It looked like a machine used to measure one's height, but with a spreadsheet. There were a total of 10 squares, and the strongest one lit up all 10 squares. There was a soft spot for them to attack. Next is the second round of the strength test. Punch with all your strength, but you can't release any attribute power. The stronger the strength, the more squares will light up. Boys will pass if they light up 5 squares, girls will pass if they light up 4 squares. Those with higher scores will gain points and those with lower scores will lose points. Begin. Following that, one by one, people went up and waved their fists. It was quite powerful. A full strength punch from a Qi Building Realm 5-star could even kill an adult cow, but the machine was not damaged at all. There were more than 200 people, and about half of them did not meet the standard. There were very few who just barely passed. People like Wang Fugue, Yi, and Lu Yufan all had their points deducted. Lin Xian. Then, under everyone's gaze, Lin Xian walked up again. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose, then looked at Xiao Runing and asked, Miss Xiao, how much strength can this machine withstand? Xiao Runing paused for a moment, then said, Qi Building Realm 8-star, what do you want? No, I'm just worried that a punch with too much strength will break the machine. Everyone, ha ha ha. You want to break the machine like this? If you break it, I'll swallow the hot shit. Ha ha ha. After Lin Xian said this, everyone could not help but laugh. You don't have to worry about that. What if? I don't have anything else, but my natural strength is much greater than normal people. I'm afraid that a full strength punch, if it breaks, I won't hold you responsible, okay? Xiao Runing said helplessly. This kid was thinking too much. You said it. Then, Lin Xian walked over and lightly punched the top of it. DDD, 3 boxes lit up. Ha ha ha, you want to break it like this? I can't take it anymore, I'm dying of laughter. Pfft. This is interesting, so embarrassing. A grown man only has 3 boxes? Even the weakest one has at least 4, right? But in the next moment, DDDD, in an instant, all 10 boxes were filled, and then the machine let out a hurried DD sound. Bang! Then, the machine exploded in front of Lin Xian. Everyone, what the F asterisk CK? Ding, acting cool successful. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Lin Xian. This system is interesting. Lin Xian then turned to the crowd and said, the one who wanted to swallow hot shit, come out. The face of the student in the crowd froze, the corner of his mouth twitched, but he could not say anything. See you in the washroom after the exam, Lin Xian said, then turned to look at Xiao Runing. His expression suddenly became innocent. Miss Xiao. Xiao Runing stared blankly at the apparatus that was emitting black smoke. How is this possible? She could feel that Lin Xian was releasing the power of a Qi building stage 5-star, but how did he break the machine? That's right, Lin Xian was releasing the power of a Qi building stage 5-star, and it wasn't even his full strength, but the second after the fist landed on the machine, Lin Xian released a hidden force, exceeding the power of a Qi building stage 8-star, and broke the machine. And this hidden force was very hard to detect. The other teachers were all dumbfounded, as if they had seen a ghost. Miss Xiao, I said that I have a lot of strength, but you also said that you wouldn't hold me responsible. Xiao Runing was shocked, but the corner of her mouth hooked up. This was because she realized that there was indeed something unusual about Lin Xian. He was pretending to be weak. It must be. Yes, strength is a blessing. I said I wouldn't hold you responsible, so I won't hold you responsible. Then can I get extra points? Lin Xian raised an eyebrow. Now that he had broken the machine, he should get 20 points, right? Xiao Runing picked up Lin Xian's form and said as she wrote, 10 points for damaging public property. Lin Xian. No, didn't you say you wouldn't hold me responsible? Lin Xian was dumbfounded. This woman didn't keep her word. Xiao Runing said matter-of-factly, yes, I said I wouldn't hold you responsible because I didn't need you to pay for it, but the assessment is one thing, but you'll still have to deduct points for damaging public property. At this point, Xiao Runing felt that Lin Xian was interesting. She decided to touch his roots. She wanted to see how much he was hiding. Of course, these punishments for Lin Xian were not Xiao Runing's revenge. Even if Lin Xian failed the assessment, she would still make an exception for Lin Xian to enter Sky Martial Court. Chapter 13. To be honest, Lin Xian felt that Xiao Runing was doing it on purpose. That's right, she was doing it on purpose. Since I'm so much higher than the standard, won't I get extra points? No. Why? I'm a teacher. If I say no, it means no. Lin Xian. I'm finished. I'm having a mental breakdown. Xiao Runing revealed a devilish smile. Remember, you're now 30 points. There's only one round left. She was sure that Lin Xian was definitely pretending to be weak. Born with great strength. Sure, but you were born with 3 stars of strength. Did you think she was a pig? So she wanted to dig out Lin Xian's roots. Because Lin Xian had really piqued her interest. Ha ha ha. Serves you right. So good. So good. Who told you to bully me? Hee hee. Lu Yufan laughed loudly. Lin Xian gave Xiao Runing a thumbs up. Good. You're awesome. You're amazing. I'll give you my respect even if I don't help you. That's enough. Then get on the machine. Soon, the second round was over. Following that was the third round, which was also the last round. Xiao Runing took out a palm-sized capsule and said, "For the last round, I will be performing a short-distance physical teleportation. Next, you will be brought into a special space. Everything there is real. That is where the third round of the test will be." After saying that, the capsule in her hand flashed. Everyone's eyes lit up. When they opened their eyes again, they found that they were in a data space that was more like those in sci-fi movies. Beneath his feet was a transparent blue light board, but it was very soft. It was quite a large space, and there were many 1-meter-tall steps in front of him. However, these steps were all over the air, suspended, and intricate. They were not connected, and one could only go higher or farther by constantly jumping. Xiao Runing said, "Look up." Everyone looked up. At the very top, there are a total of 5 crystals floating in the air. What you need to do is snatch the crystals. As for how to snatch them, you can either directly snatch them from others or find a way to make them fall and lose their qualifications. Either way, the crystals will fall into your hands, but you can't maliciously injure others or use martial arts. Whoever snatches the crystals in the end will get an extra 10 points. Miss Xiao, isn't there a total of 25 crystals? How come there are only 5 crystals this time? A male teacher asked in surprise. Xiao Runing gave a dry cough and said, "Difficult." Actually, she had changed it at the last minute, not to increase the difficulty. She thought that with Lin Xian's strength, it would be easy for him to obtain a lot of 25 crystals and pass. What she needed to do was to make Lin Xian fail so that she could proceed to the next step. She was determined to dig out Lin Xian's roots today. Only 5. Hearing Xiao Runing's words, Lin Xian felt a headache coming on. There were a total of 200 people snatching 5 crystals and he got 30 points. That meant he had to snatch 3 crystals. Also, you have a total of 10 minutes. During this time, you can only stay on the empty stone slab. If you fall to the ground, you will lose 30 points. Therefore, there was a situation where even if you didn't snatch the crystals, you couldn't fall, otherwise you would be eliminated. But why did they have to snatch the crystals? It was because the higher the exam score, the better the class, the better the guidance, and the martial arts they learned would be better. Now, everyone go to the first level. Waiting for everyone to jump up, Xiao Runing said, "Now, the time starts." The moment the time started, 200 people jumped up. This was really a test of strength and balance, because this wasn't climbing but jumping. However, the height of each step was basically the height of a 5-star Qi building cultivator. Wang Fuguei passed, so Lin Xian didn't need to help him. Everyone rushed up, but there was one person sitting on the first level, and that was Lin Xian. "Lin Xian, why don't you go? If you can't snatch the crystals, you will be eliminated." Xiao Runing asked in surprise. Lin Xian looked at Xiao Runing and asked, "Miss Xiao, before we go up, I have a question to ask you." "Ask." "May I ask if you have a lighter?" "Lighter? No, why do you ask?" Xiao Runing was puzzled. "If you don't have a lighter, then how did you light my heart?" Ding! Successfully teased Xiao Runing. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress, 30%. Finally! This Xiao Runing was too hard to tease. Finally, he succeeded again. How could a normal Xiao Runing be teased by Lin Xian? But at this time, she would never have thought that Lin Xian would still have the mind to tease her, and then, she fell into his trap. Xiao Runing couldn't help but laugh in her heart. This brat is really interesting. "You want to know how I ignited your heart, right?" As he spoke, Lin Xian saw that his chest was on fire. It's on fire." Then Xiao Runing waved her slender fingers and the fire was extinguished. "That's how I lit it. Why aren't you going to snatch it?" Lin Xian sat down again. "What's the rush? Even if I manage to snatch it, won't I still be chased by others? Then I might as well make my move last." Xiao Runing pondered for a moment. "That's true, but are you sure you can snatch 3 crystals in the remaining time? Miss Xiao, you probably haven't experienced how strong I am, but if you have, you won't doubt me so much.
Oh.
Then I really want to experience how strong you are. Xiao Runing's mouth curled up, revealing a seductive smile. At that moment, it was really beautiful and seductive. But in the next moment, she was stunned. What's wrong with her? She's actually flirting with a male student? Is this still her? How did she unknowingly get taken away by Lin Xian? The male teachers at the side were all wiping their cold sweat. This Xiao Runing was really a seductive woman. But even after working together for so long, they rarely saw Xiao Runing reveal her seductive side, and more often than not, her cold side. Okay, I have my ID with me, how about we meet after school in the afternoon? Xiao Runing's mouth curled up slightly, gently said, Do you believe that I won't deduct another 10 points? Lin Xian decisively shut up. F***CK. Why is it so difficult to win over this Xiao Runing? Time slowly passed. Lin Xian looked up and saw that they were happily snatching the crystals. Although he was constantly chatting with Xiao Runing, Lin Xian was constantly paying attention to the whereabouts of the 5 crystals. Whoosh! Following that, Lin Xian made his move, finding his target and jumping up quickly, constantly approaching. The first person was being chased by others, and Lin Xian directly jumped onto a step in front of him. While he was in the air, Lin Xian kicked him, and then he flew out and landed on the ground. Because the ground was soft and there was wind power, there was no pain at all. And the crystals were directly snatched by Lin Xian in the air. Following that, he locked onto the second person. Chapter 14. The crystal is on Lin Xian, chase after him. He's jumping so fast. Chase after him, chase after him. I've been pissed at him for a long time. Let's beat him up now. Suddenly hearing the third person's words, Lin Xian staggered and almost fell down. Was his hatred so great now? Let's chase after Lin Xian too. How about it? Lu Yufan's big eyes flashed with craftiness. Okay. Let's beat him up when we catch him. Yi, a lady from a respectable family, was actually forced by Lin Xian to the point where she wanted to beat him up. It was enough to see how awesome Lin Xian was. Yes. Go. The instructors below had been in this business for several years, some even more than 10 years, but they had never seen such a thing. Initially, everyone wanted to snatch the crystals to earn more points. However, because Lin Xian managed to snatch one, everyone immediately locked onto him. A large portion of the students who were chasing after the other 4 immediately gave up on their targets and turned to chase after Lin Xian. They were not chasing after Lin Xian. Instead, they were using the gimmick of snatching the crystals from Lin Xian's hands to beat him up. What did this brat do to incur the wrath of men and gods? Why is the hatred so great? A male instructor asked Xiao Runing, not understanding the situation. Xiao Runing helplessly smiled and did not say anything. What did he do? Lin Xian felt wronged. He did not do anything. He only took liberties with the school bell, so why was there so much hatred? When Lin Xian went to chase after the second target, he turned his head to take a look. Oh my God! What are they doing? There was a wolf in front and a tiger behind, but Lin Xian only displayed the strength of a Qi building realm 5-star. His speed was not much higher than these people, but Lin Xian's advantage was that his realm was high. He used all kinds of difficult jumps and different angles to jump to different positions, making the people chasing him extremely uncomfortable. Give it to me. Not only did Lin Xian not slow down because he was being chased by everyone, but because there were more people chasing after him, there were fewer people around the other 4 people, making it easier for Lin Xian to get close to them. He rushed over and pushed the crystal to the ground without any fancy moves. Then, the crystal automatically flew into Lin Xian's hand. Then, Lin Xian's target shifted to the third person. Xiao Runing looked at the time, and her beautiful eyebrows slightly wrinkled. In such a short period of time, Lin Xian had managed to grab 2 of them. Moreover, even with so many people chasing after him, he still didn't have much of an effect. This made Xiao Runing feel that Lin Xian might really be able to grab 3 of them before the end of time, because there was only 1 left. A mere 30 seconds later, the 3rd crystal fell into Lin Xian's hands. Finally, all 3 crystals. There was 1 minute. Go! He had 3 crystals on him, so whoever knocked him down would get the 3 crystals. Go! Originally, some of the people chasing after Lin Xian did not put in much effort, but now, they all rushed forward like crazy. F***CK. Looking at the people surrounding him from all directions, Lin Xian suddenly felt that he was in a bad situation. Because all the people who had obtained 3 crystals were all here. Because the crystals were on Lin Xian. In addition, as long as they defeated Lin Xian, they would get 3 crystals. They did not even think twice before coming here. Let's see what you're going to do now. Xiao Runing smiled slightly. Surrounded by more than 100 people, how was he going to run? So what if he managed to snatch 3 crystals? Wouldn't he still have to spit them out? However, what happened next stunned Xiao Runing. Lin Xian did not run because there was nowhere to run. He simply stood on the highest stone slab. Then, people jumped at him from all directions. Lin Xian used both his fists and legs. One by one, people in the air were kicked down by Lin Xian. It was like playing baseball. When the baseball came, Lin Xian wanted to hit it away in the air. That was the feeling. Bang, bang, bang. One by one, people fell down like rain. Because they could not move after jumping into the air, they could only block Lin Xian's attacks. However, after blocking them, Lin Xian's strength had already affected them and sent them flying. Not far away, Yi Yi and Lu Yufan were stunned. They looked at the scene in shock. Are we still going? Lu Yufan swallowed a mouthful of saliva and asked Yi Yi. Yi Yi shook her head. I'm not going. There are only 20 seconds left. Xiao Runing shouted. Lin Xian's heart skipped a beat. However, the punches and kicks did not stop. 20 seconds. There were only 20 seconds left. This was the first time that Xiao Runing had seen someone grab a crystal stone in this round and not run away. One by one, the students who had rushed over were all beaten down like human heads. Because it was too exaggerated, it caused many people to watch from afar and did not dare to go up. 5 seconds left. Lin Xian finally breathed a sigh of relief. Whoosh! At this moment, an invisible force surged over and blew Lin Xian down. At the last second, Lin Xian fell to the ground. This scene happened so quickly that no one could react. They only felt a surge of spiritual energy, and then Lin Xian fell. Lin Xian was stunned. What the hell? Someone deliberately released spiritual energy on him. And releasing spiritual energy was forbidden. After getting up, he looked at Xiao Runing. Coincidentally, Xiao Runing looked away. It was her. It was definitely her who used her last bit of spiritual energy to knock him down. What a pity, it was just a second, what a pity. Okay, now we will calculate the total score. Everyone, take a rest. Xiao Runing said to everyone as if nothing had happened. Lin Xian really wanted to lift her skirt and spank her butt. Miss Xiao, I object. Lin Xian said. Object about what? Lin Xian, just now, someone secretly used spiritual energy to knock me down, so it doesn't count. Oh. Do you have proof? Lin Xian, do you need any proof? Everyone could feel the spiritual energy. Am I right? No one said anything. The corners of Xiao Runing's mouth curled up as she asked, Can you feel spiritual power? No. Everyone said in unison. Lin Xian. F***CK. She's so shameless. Xiao Runing then walked up to Lin Xian with a smile. She was so tall that she did not have to raise her head to look at Lin Xian. Are you unwilling to accept this? You can't enter the Sky Martial Court with only 30 points. Lin Xian said helplessly, You don't have to take revenge on me like this, right? You're a teacher. I'm a teacher. Why don't I give you another chance? Lin Xian quickly said, Yes, of course. Alright, follow me. Then, Xiao Runing left with Lin Xian alone. No one knew what they were going to do. Lin Xian was a blue skinny man. If it wasn't for the system triggering Xiao Runing's mission, he wouldn't have dared to provoke this demoness. She even made things difficult for him during the Sky Martial Court's assessment. Who knew what she was going to do? They were currently on the 7th floor of a teaching building. Miss Xiao. Lin Xian suddenly asked from behind. What? Can you be my girlfriend? Xiao Runing stopped and turned to look at Lin Xian. Lin Xian was nervous. Xiao Runing smiled seductively. Sure, but I have a question for you. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. F***CK. Is she going to agree? No, something's fishy. Ask away. I'm a woman with sovereignty. If we're dating, will you listen to me? Xiao Runing asked. I will. All right. Then, jump down from the 7th floor. Lin Xian. I'm not jumping. I'll fall to my death. He would not jump unless he was an idiot. Then you don't love me. If it were my ex-boyfriend, he would jump down without hesitation, Xiao Runing said. Lin Xian looked at Xiao Runing and asked, since your ex-boyfriend loves you so much, why did you break up? He fell to his death. Lin Xian. Chapter 15. Previously, it was Lin Xian who tricked Xiao Runing. Who would have thought that he would also be tricked by her? This woman was really powerful. Xiao Runing's face was filled with pride. Little guy, do you think I'm a vegetarian? The deflated Lin Xian followed Xiao Runing into a very spacious hall. It looked more like a science museum. Miss Xiao, what's the matter? A delicate-looking teacher walked over. Take a student and simulate it. Xiao Runing said. Okay. Then the female teacher turned on the machine. Lin Xian was puzzled and asked, what do you want me to do? Xiao Runing did not answer and said, lie down. Do you want me to take off my pants? Xiao Runing, ding. Successfully teased Xiao Runing. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Mission progress. 40%. Xiao Runing was stunned for a moment and said, if you're willing. What a joke. Of course I'm not willing. Why should I show it to you? Although he did not tease her this time, Lin Xian was already satisfied. Xiao Runing then said to Lin Xian, this is an additional test that I'm giving you. It's a realistic simulation of a real battle. In a moment, your mind will enter the virtual space and you will face a simulated 5-star Qi building realm beast. You need to kill it within a minute. If you can do it, then you've successfully passed the test. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. He did not feel that this was too difficult. Lin Xian had never faced a beast before. If he could simulate it, then it would be great. Okay. Then Lin Xian lay down and closed his eyes. In the next moment, he arrived on a grassland. Of course, this was not his body entering this place. It was only his mind. However, the degree of realism was at 99%. The vast grassland, the blue sky, the clear air. This was virtual technology. It was simply too realistic. It was as if he had come to another place. At this moment, a fiery red lion appeared in front of him. Then he opened his spirit eye. Raging Flame Lion, Qi Building Realm 5-star Strength, 50, Vitality, 50, Agility, 50, Spirit, 50. A type of fire-attributed beast. It is extremely fast and its attack power is extremely strong. It can also possess the fire attribute. Martial technique, Flame Roar, condensed spirit Qi to spit out a violent flame. Lin Xian had only opened his spirit eye to give it a try. He didn't think that it would actually work. He didn't even know what kind of demonic beast it was, but he was still able to find out its name and even its martial technique. Wasn't this too strong? Entering this place was just like playing a virtual game. Lin Xian and his opponent had a HP bar above their heads. This HP bar was something that would only appear in a virtual battle. It allowed the students to clearly know how much damage they could deal to a demonic beast of this realm and how many moves it would take to kill it. In fact, it was just like a real demonic beast, but with a more intuitive HP bar. Come on. Show me the strength of a beast. Lin Xian smirked. Then, he suddenly charged forward. Virtual combat was extremely realistic. The biggest benefit of using it for training in the Sky Martial Court was that it only affected one's mind. After being attacked, one would feel pain from the stimulation of the brain. However, it was only 30% of the pain, and it was all fake. One would not die. Therefore, the benefits of using it for training were too great. One could achieve the same effect as fighting a beast and improve one's combat ability without real combat. Roar! The raging flame lion roared angrily and charged toward Lin Xian. Boom! Lin Xian punched and the raging flame lion swung its front claws. Neither of them could do anything to the other. However, Lin Xian retreated slightly because Lin Xian only used the strength of a Qi-building realm 5-star. Then, he felt a burning sensation on his fist. The raging flame lion's body was extremely hot. It was too realistic. However, the burning sensation was not intense. It was not 100% pain. Moreover, Lin Xian's body was at the Spirit Focus Realm 2-star. A Qi-building Realm 5-star would not be able to cause any substantial damage to him. Therefore, Lin Xian grabbed the raging flame lion's front claws with both hands and jumped up. Then, he swept his leg across the lion's huge head. Bang! The raging flame lion was sent flying and rolled twice on the ground. Luckily, I learned martial arts on Earth when I was young. I still know a little about fighting. Lin Xian laughed in his heart. However, he was slightly surprised. Demonic beasts were much stronger than humans in the same realm. Moreover, if the pain was 100%, Lin Xian would not be able to grab the raging flame lion's hot claws with both hands. Therefore, Lin Xian could only truly feel the pressure when facing a demonic beast in the same realm. Outside, Xiao Runing was watching everything that was happening in Lin Xian's mind on a large screen. Teacher Lu, change the raging flame lion's stats. Keep the realm unchanged. Increase its speed, strength, and defense to the Qi-building realm 7-star. Xiao Runing said. Ah. He will be instantly killed like this. No problem. Change it. Okay. Then, Xiao Runing's lips curled up. That's right. This was her plan. This way, she would know what realm Lin Xian was in. Qi-building realm 5-star? She did not believe it. Roar. The raging flame lion got up and roared again. Then, it condensed a large amount of flames on its body and opened its mouth at Lin Xian. Shua! Strong flames spewed out. However, Lin Xian was already prepared. He suddenly jumped to the side and dodged. He only had 1 minute. Therefore, he had to end this quickly. The moment he landed, he took the initiative to charge at the raging flame lion. Bang! Another kick landed on its face. However, the raging flame lion only moved its head. Its body did not move at all. What? Lin Xian was stunned. It was reasonable to say that at the same realm, the strength of this kick should be enough to kick it away. Roar! Bang! The raging flame lion clawed at him. However, Lin Xian finally reacted. He quickly turned in the air and dodged. Fortunately, he reacted in time. Otherwise, he would not have lost much HP. Because Lin Xian's physique was at the Spirit Condensation Realm 2-star, Xiao Runing knew that Lin Xian's defense definitely surpassed the Qi-building Realm 5-star. Therefore, seeing this scene, Xiao Runing was slightly disappointed. Miss Xiao, you're shameless. Lin Xian shouted into the air. Then, Xiao Runing's voice came from the air. How am I shameless? This is the Raging Flame Lion's martial skill. It can increase its attributes for a short period of time. I never said that demonic beasts can't use martial skills. Xiao Runing said with a charming smile. Normally, Lin Xian would believe her. However, Ling Yan saw that the Raging Flame Lion only had one offensive martial skill. It did not have any amplification martial skills. Therefore, he knew that Xiao Runing must have done something. He also immediately understood that Xiao Runing was trying to figure out his background. Then I can't let your plan succeed. Lin Xian calculated in his heart. Seeing that the Raging Flame Lion's HP was less than half, Lin Xian rushed over again. It was not that a Qi Building Realm 5-star could not fight a 7-star, but it would not cause too much damage. On the other hand, a 7-star strength was fatal to a 5-star. This was the difference between realms. Chapter 16. Xiao Runing stared at Lin Xian on the screen and muttered to herself, "There are only 20 seconds left. Let's see if you're going to use your real strength." Then, Lin Xian charged forward again. He leaped up and landed on the blazing lion's body. Sitting on it, he felt a warm sensation on his butt. "I'm going to smash your head." Bang, bang, bang. Xiao Runing, looking at the scene before her, she didn't know what to say. Lin Xian actually fought like this? Only a virtual battle could do this. Who would dare to jump onto a monster's back in real life? The blazing lion's HP bar was emptied by Lin Xian's barrage of punches. Teacher Lu, increase the defense to 9 stars. Okay. Lin Xian realized that his attacks were no longer reducing the HP bar. F***CK. Xiao Runing, you. Lin Xian's heart was filled with hatred. With a difference of 4 stars, Lin Xian could not deal any damage to the blazing lion even if he used 5 stars of Qi Building Realm. 10 seconds left. You win, you win. Lin Xian could not deal any more damage to the blazing lion with 5 stars of Qi Building Realm. He did not have any martial arts techniques. However, if he was exposed, then so be it. After all, there was no need to expose his true strength. He only revealed that he was a Qi Building 7-star cultivator, because he had beaten up the 5-star by Yun Tao before, and this news would definitely fall into Xiao Runing's ears, which meant that Lin Xian's cultivation was higher than that of a 5-star cultivator. Therefore, Lin Xian only revealed that he was a Qi Building 7th-star cultivator. There was only one reason why Lin Xian did not want to reveal his full strength, and that was to hide. Because only by hiding his trump cards and strength would he be the safest. He needed to hide because he had offended some people. Lin Xian raised his aura and his strength to 7 stars of Qi Building Realm. He continued to attack the blazing lion. As expected. 7-star strength. Xiao Runing saw this scene and the corners of her mouth curled up. Teacher Lu, increase the defense to 10 stars. Immediately. However, before she could finish, Lin Xian had already emptied the blazing lion's HP bar. The blazing lion turned into data and disappeared. What a pity. Xiao Runing was slightly annoyed. If she had known earlier, she would have increased the defense and not let Lin Xian clear so much of the blazing lion's HP bar. Although Lin Xian had revealed the strength of a 7-star, Xiao Runing had a feeling that he was not just a 7-star. However, there was no chance to test now. One had to know that a teacher's greatest hope was for her students to be geniuses. Lin Xian, on the other hand, gave her the feeling that he was hiding something. This was also the reason why she was so curious to see Lin Xian. After a few seconds, he sat his is. Miss Xiao, I've passed the test, right? Xiao Runing nodded. Yes, I'll bring you to the Sky Martial Court. Lin Xian was excited. After going through so many hardships, he was finally going to enter the Sky Martial Court. Then, Lin Xian followed Xiao Runing out. Miss Xiao, I have a question for you. Xiao Runing secretly stroked her forehead and then tenderly shouted, "Shut up." No, it's a serious question. Go ahead. Lin Xian asked, "Will I be able to conduct virtual battles like this frequently in the Sky Martial Court?" Xiao Runing nodded slightly as she walked. That's right. This is the most effective way to train students safely. That's good. Although he would not gain any EXP, it could improve his combat ability. Moreover, it was not life-threatening. Finally, Lin Xian arrived at the huge door. The Sky Martial Court was inside. Xiao Runing scanned the identity token on the device. Then, the door slowly opened. From Lin Xian's perspective, he saw countless dazzling golden lights shining through the slowly opening gap. However, in the next second, he returned to reality. "What's wrong?" Xiao Runing asked when she saw Lin Xian standing still. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. "So this is the Sky Martial Court? It's too low class." As Xiao Runing walked in, she said to Lin Xian, who was following her, "What do you think? The Sky Martial Court is a place to teach students all kinds of knowledge, practical battles, martial skills, and so on. What else do you want?" Lin Xian was disappointed because the inside of the Sky Martial Court was very spacious. Some students were conducting PK training here. Then, there were a few huge buildings. There were also a few small arenas. There was nothing else. Actually, when he thought about it, why did he have such high expectations for the Sky Martial Court? It was because he had always thought of this place as a holy land. He would definitely have the highest expectations for this place. On second thought, it was fine as long as the Sky Martial Court could teach the students well. What was the point of having a high standard? Xiao Runing brought Lin Xian to a building and said, "This building and the area around it are the Sky Martial Court's beginner classes. Go to the class at the front of the building. I'll be there in a while." "Okay. Bye, my dear." Xiao Runing's delicate body paused for a moment. Then she walked to the other side and said, "You're my student now. You can only wait for your death if you have a glib tongue." Lin Xian. It seemed like his future days were going to be in an abyss of suffering. Unfortunately, it was very difficult to tease Xiao Runing. Otherwise, he would have almost completed his mission. Then, Lin Xian walked to the end of the class. The Sky Martial Court was divided into 3 grades: the beginner, intermediate, and advanced classes. The beginner class consisted of students who had just entered the Sky Martial Court. This included students whose cultivation base was not high. The intermediate class consisted of students who were at least Qi building 6 stars. As for the advanced class, most of them were at least Qi building 10 stars. There were even some who were at the spirit condensation realm. When he walked in, the whole class was very noisy. Everyone was playing with their own things at the entrance. There were about 40 people in the class. Lin Xian did not know if this class was good or bad. He saw 2 familiar faces, Yi Yi and Lu Yufan. When Lu Yufan saw Lin Xian, he went crazy. "Ah! Why is he in the same class as us?" Yi Yi wanted to say the same thing. She was a lady from a respectable family. However, Lin Xian had forced her to lose her image many times. "Yo! There's a newcomer here." A student in the first row with dyed blonde hair leaned back in his chair. His legs were dangling on the table. He had a cynical look on his face. He picked his nose and flicked it skillfully with his little finger. He looked at Lin Xian and said. A little fatty next to the blonde hair shouted at Lin Xian, "Hey, newcomer. Same old rules. Hurry up and pay our brother Xiang the protection fee." "Rules? Who set the rules?" Lin Xian glanced at them. "Ha ha ha, brother Xiang is the boss of the 10th class. Of course, brother Xiang set the rules. Hurry up and leave. 5,000 yuan. Lin Xian smirked and looked at him. "Oh, so newcomers have to pay 5,000 yuan to stay here?" "Of course. Otherwise, why would rules be rules?" "Then, did Yi pay?" All of a sudden, no one said anything. "Yi is brother Xiaotian's woman. Why would she pay?" Lin Xian laughed. "So, you don't have to pay if you can't afford to offend her. Then, I don't have to pay either." Chapter 17. Lin Xian's words stunned everyone. In the next second, Chen Xiang could not help but laugh out loud. "Ha ha ha. You don't have to pay? Are you saying that I, Chen Xiang, can't afford to offend you?" Lin Xian picked up 2 pieces of chalk and stuffed them into Chen Xiang's nostrils. Everyone was speechless. "You can laugh, but don't point your nose at me. You idiot," Lin Xian said calmly as he looked at Chen Xiang. Damn you, Lin Yang. Chen Xiang angrily pulled out the chalk and threw it to the ground. In an instant, more than a dozen people surrounded Lin Xian. At the back, Lu Yufan elbowed Yi Yi and said excitedly, Lin Xian is going to be beaten up. Hee hee. That's even better. Who told him to do whatever he wants? Humph. Yi Yi snorted, but she was still a little worried. How should she put it? She did think that Lin Xian might be powerful, but this was the Sky Martial Court. None of the people here were lower than Qi Building Realm 5 stars. He might be able to beat up one or two of them, but what about more than a dozen? Lin Xian did not show any strange expression when he was surrounded by more than a dozen people. He only glanced at them, then pointed at Chen Xiang and said, So you're saying that you're all following this B***starred? He's the boss of Class 10, right? What B***starred? He's Brother Xiang. Okay. Brother Xiang. So you're following whoever's the boss? Who's the protection fee? Lin Xian cracked his neck as if he was preparing for what would happen next. Chen Xiang sneered. He stood in front of Lin Xian and stuck close to him, looking at his face. What? You don't like it? Lin Xian clicked his tongue, then looked down and said, I say, you're not as tall as me, so don't act so cocky, okay? You think you're tall just because you're standing on your toes? You're still half a head shorter than me. F***ck your mother. Then, Chen Xiang angrily slapped Lin Xian. However, no one saw the scene of Lin Xian being slapped to the ground. Instead, Lin Xian grabbed Chen Xiang's wrist tightly and flung him away. Chen Xiang staggered and crashed into the wall beside him. It's over. He's finished. Seeing this scene, the students below all looked at Lin Xian with sympathetic expressions. Lin Xian laughed and said, From now on, I'm the boss of Class 10. You guys, give me the money. Chen Xiang angrily climbed up. Fuck you. Charge. Cripple him. How dare a newcomer be so arrogant? Cripple him. Following which, they all rushed towards Lin Xian. In the next scene, everyone only saw Lin Xian being surrounded. They couldn't even see him, but close to him, they all flew out and crashed into the wall, the table, the floor. In less than 10 seconds, those arrogant people were lying on the ground one by one, wailing. Everyone was dumbfounded. What the F***ck? Although they didn't seem to use their full strength, but how could they all be beaten up by one person? They only saw Lin Xian's fists landing on their flesh. Almost everyone who was hit by Lin Xian's punch or kick fell to the side and painfully clutched their stomachs and screamed. Chen Xiang's mouth was wide open. This person is so fierce? Wow. Lin Xian is so powerful. He can beat up more than 10 Qi Building Realm 5 stars. What is his realm? It seems like it's not just 2 stars. Because Lin Xian had beaten up the 5 stars by Yun Tao, in their eyes, Lin Xian should be 7 stars. But now, it seems like it's not as simple as 7 stars. Yi Yi also realized that Lin Xian was not simple. Lin Xian swept his gaze over the wailing people like a king and finally looked at Chen Xiang. What about you? Surrender or get beaten up? Chen Xiang gritted his teeth and pointed at Lin Xian angrily. Don't be too arrogant. Do you know who I'm following? I'm following Brother Banji. You better be honest. Let me ask you, surrender or get beaten up? Lin Xian repeated again. F***cku. Chen Xiang cursed and his whole body emitted a golden light. Metal attribute, greatly increased defense and attack. It's considered a good attribute. However, bang. The crowd below then saw that Lin Xian didn't move from his original spot, only throwing out a punch to meet Chen Xiang's punch. Then Chen Xiang, who had rushed over, flew out like a rubber ball and crashed into the wall, even creating a hole in it. So F***king hard. Lin Xian shook his hand. Everyone, if he's hard, then what's the point of punching him to the wall and breaking it? Chen Xiang, who was lying on the ground, held his stomach and slowly got up. His heart was filled with shock. He was a metal attribute, The increase in his defense was not inferior to the earth attribute. How could the strength of this punch be so strong? This newcomer in front of him must be at a higher realm than him. Just you wait. Chen Xiong pointed at Lin Xian and angrily said. Then, he gritted his teeth and ran away. Lin Xian did not care where he went. Then, he glanced at the people beside him and said, Hey, call me Brother Xian now. I'm calling you. One of the men behind Lin Xian burst into action. The power of flames surged towards Lin Xian as he threw a punch at him. Pow! Lin Xian was too lazy to even look back. He only turned around halfway and slapped the person who had just jumped up. Lin Xian slapped him flying to the ground. What about you guys? Lin Xian glanced at the others. Those people couldn't help but swallow their saliva as they looked at the person screaming on the ground. Older brother Xian. Older brother Xian. Older brother Xian. We'll follow you from now on. Older brother Xian, we didn't want to attack you. It's all Chen Xiong's fault. Lin Xian revealed a satisfied smile, then sat down on Chen Xiong's seat and crossed his legs on the table. So now you know what to do, right? Lin Xian said as he made a gesture of counting money. I know. Lin Xian continued, N. Previously, all of you paid 5,000 yuan, but for me, all of you paid 4,000 yuan. Are you moved? I don't dare to move, I don't dare to move. Not moved? Ah. You dare to move. You dare to move. After a few seconds, Lin Xian grinned as he held a thick stack of money. Older brother Xian, have some tea. It's freshly brewed. A lackey called he you brought over a cup of tea. Not bad, not bad. This boss is really comfortable. Lin Xian then raised his hand and waved. That little-chested girl behind. Come over and massage my legs. Lu Yufan. Ding. Successfully teased Lu Yufan. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Mission progress. 80%. Ah. No matter what, this baby is still a rich young miss. How dare you order me around? Lu Yufan roared as she sat in place. Fan, be a virtuous girl. Be a virtuous girl. Yi quickly reminded her. This baby isn't a virtuous girl anymore. Lin Xian, this old lady will fight it out with you. Ding. Host has angered little sister. This is considered a scumbag. Scumbag value plus 50,000. Mission progress. 90%. While the class next door was bragging, they heard all kinds of roars coming from class 10. Then, there was the sound of tables and chairs crashing. F*CK. Did the class next door get demolished? Just as they were about to go out and take a look, they saw Xiao Runing walking towards class 10. Xiao Runing was also confused. What was class 10 doing? Why was it so noisy? When she walked over, even her little mouth couldn't help but open wide. Chapter 18. It was as if the entire 10th class had been demolished. The tables and chairs were all broken. On the other side, Lu Yufan released her wood-type energy and used vines to tie up tables and threw them at Lin Xian. Lin Xian smashed a table with a punch. Everyone else was weakly hiding in a corner. A few timid girls were even wiping away their tears. Ding. Host scared a big sister to tears. This is considered a scumbag behavior. Scumbag value plus 50,000. Lin Xian. What a realistic system. Crazy. Are they all crazy? Xiao Runing had never seen such a scene before. I say, what are you guys doing? Xiao Runing shouted. Then, Lu Yufan, who was going crazy, quickly stopped. Seeing Xiao Runing, Lin Xian immediately pounced into Xiao Runing's arms with an aggrieved expression. On the way, he cried, Miss Xiao Wu, look at what class you put me in. I'm about to be bullied to death. Xiao Runing nimbly avoided Lin Xian. Bastard. It's obviously you. Lu Yufan pouted, feeling wronged. Ding. Host caused a big sister to feel aggrieved. Scumbag value plus 50,000. Mission progress 100%. Mission reward. Imperial Physician Holy Technique has been released. Random reward for Lu Yufan. Increase chest size by 10%. Confirm use. Lin Xian really felt that this was too awesome. Scumbag behavior caused a girl to feel negative emotions. There were actually so many rewards. Lin Xian didn't have time to pay attention to the Imperial Physician Holy Technique. He only felt that there was an additional memory in his mind. As for the reward for Lu Yufan, Lin Xian hesitated. Xiao Runing didn't need to guess to know that it was Lin Xian. Lin Xian, what do you think we should do now that the entire classroom is in this state? Xiao Runing crossed her arms and looked at Lin Xian. Miss Xiao, she was the one who threw it. I broke the table in self-defense. I really can't do it. Here. Lin Xian took out the stack of cash. Everyone, that was their protection fee. Xiao Runing secretly touched her forehead and said, You can buy your own desks and chairs. We won't be teaching today. Tomorrow morning, the entire beginner class will gather for group training. Then Xiao Runing walked away. Why did it feel like letting Lin Xian into her class wasn't punishing Lin Xian, but punishing herself instead? Lin Xian put away the money and walked into the classroom. He looked at Lu Yufan and said, What do you think we should do? It's not my fault. Lu Yufan muttered in a low voice. Lin Xian then handed the money to one of his lackeys. Go collect these desks and chairs. They'll be done in the afternoon. Oh, okay. Older brother Xian. Then Lin Xian thought for a moment and said to the system in his mind, The reward for Lu Yufan, wait, can it be reduced? If it can't, then increase it by 0.1%. Then Lu Yufan felt his chest itch. It was very strange. Could it be that it was a second puberty? Wow, so happy. You, right? Come here. Lin Xian then pointed at someone. Hiyu hurriedly walked over. Lin Xian thought for a moment and asked, I have a very important question to ask you right now. Hiyu smiled apologetically and said, Older brother Xian, do you want to ask who the boss of the beginner class is? Is he going to lead us to unify the beginner class? They saw that Lin Xian seemed to be very powerful, and that even Xiao Runing didn't care when she saw him commit a crime. They felt that Lin Xian must be more powerful than Chen Xiang, and that following him wouldn't necessarily be bad. If they could unify the beginner class and become the boss of the entire beginner class, he, as a lackey, would also be glorious. That's right. Older brother Xian is so awesome. Lead us to unify the beginner class. That's right. With older brother Xian here, we can definitely do it. Older brother Xian is awesome. Older brother Xian is hard. Older brother Xian is watery. Hearing the voices of agreement, Lin Xian slapped the table. Look at what each of you look like. What do we do? We're students. What do students do? Study. Fighting is what students do. Can you all learn from me and become a good student with a well-developed moral, intellectual, physical, aesthetic, and labor? Everyone looked at the mess in the room and couldn't help but twitch the corners of their mouths. You're a good student? You don't fight? Then who did this in the classroom? Who was the one who beat them up just now? Yi really wanted to ridicule him. Was this something that Lin Xian should say? Then what does older brother Xian want to ask? Lin Xian had an awe-inspiring look on his face, and then asked, I want to ask if there are any prettier, more famous beauties in our beginner class? Everyone. Is picking up girls something a student does? F***ck. Big Pig Trotter. Humph. Lu Yufan snorted. Lin Xian also had no other choice. Now that he had triggered a quest, except for Xiao Runing's quest, all the other quests had been completed. The more quests he triggered, the more good things he could get, so Lin Xian was very anxious. And he roughly understood that the ones who triggered the missions were pretty girls. Lin Xian's question stunned them for a moment. Then, he thought for a moment and said, Older brother Xian, other than Yi and Lu Yufan, our beginner class doesn't have anyone else, but the intermediate and advanced classes do. Is that so? Intermediate and advanced classes. Let's hear it. He Yu hurriedly said, one of them is Wang Xintong from the intermediate class. She's ranked 5th among the top 10 school beauties, second only to Sister Fan Fan. With older brother Xian's ability, he might really be able to get Wang Xintong. Lu Yufan's status wasn't low either. Although she wasn't as old as them, quite a few people respectfully called her Sister Fan Fan. In society, my Sister Fan was ruthless and had a lot to say. What about the other one? The other one? He Yu hesitated for a moment. What's wrong? He Yu said, older brother Xian, it's not that I don't believe you, but she's someone that no one can chase. She's Han Chushue. Bleed. Lu Yufan walked over and snorted. You want to chase after Han Chushue? You're courting death. Lin Xian glanced at Lu Yufan and said, you know about her too? Lin Xian felt that the name was familiar, but he wasn't too sure. She's the #1 expert in the Sky Martial Court, the #1 beauty in the Tianhua Academy, and even the #1 wonder in Tianhua City. She's known as one of the top geniuses in Tianhua City, and is on par with Qin Xiaotian. Yi Yi walked over and said, so powerful. Lin Xian was secretly speechless. Then, he asked Yi Yi, how does she compare to you? Yi Yi was stunned. Although she was unwilling, she still said, I can't compare to her. I'm afraid that only Miss Xiao won't lose to her in terms of temperament when standing next to her. Any girl who saw Han Chushue would definitely feel inferior. Even she, Yi Yi, would feel the same. It was hard to say who was more beautiful, but Han Chushue's temperament was definitely not something that any girl could have. Is that so? Interesting. Lin Xian stood up and smirked. He Yu hurriedly said, there's another one. She's ranked 2nd, but she's on par with Han Chushue. However, she and Han Chushue are two extremes. Ignore her for now. Brothers, follow me. Brother Xian, don't tell me you're going to find Han Chushue? A few of them asked anxiously. No. I'm going to find Wang Xintong. Let's go. Then, Lin Xian walked out of the classroom. Lu Yufan looked at Yi Yi and said angrily, this is indeed a man. He keeps saying that he likes you, but now he's going to find Wang Xintong. Bah! Braised pork trotters. Yi Yi never believed that Lin Xian really wanted to pursue her. However, if he didn't really want to pursue her, then why would he risk provoking Qin Xiaotian to strike up a conversation with her? This was something that she didn't understand. However, when she heard that Lin Xian was going to find another girl, Yi was actually very angry in her heart. Who cares? If he can do whatever he wants in the beginner class, then he'll be in trouble in the intermediate class. Then should we go and see the scene of him getting beaten up? Lu Yufan said expectantly. Yi Yi's eyes lit up. Right. Let's go. Chapter 19. On the way to the intermediate class, Lin Xian searched his memory for the Imperial Physician Holy Technique. How should he put it? The Imperial Physician Holy Technique was a powerful traditional Chinese medicine skill, but Lin Xian thought it was useless. Why? It was because there were very few people who studied medicine nowadays. If someone was injured or had a broken bone, they did not need to be treated by a hospital. They only needed a wood-type martial artist to release healing energy to quickly heal them. Of course, the more powerful the martial artist was, the more serious the injury could be healed. Therefore, Lin Xian thought it was useless. However, there were many conditions that martial artists found difficult to treat. Big Brother Xian, are you really going to the intermediate class? The intermediate class is filled with experts. The weakest one is at Qi Building Realm 7 stars. He Yu asked softly. I'm not going there to fight with those people. I'm going there to look for Wang Xintong, Lin Xian said. He Yu said, but Wang Xintong is the campus belle. She has a lot of suitors. It's none of my business. After saying that, Lin Xian turned around and saw the two girls behind him. Then Lin Xian grinned and said sweetly, "Don't worry. I knew you were worried about my safety, so you came to see me. You're so nice, Moo. Ding. Successfully flirted with Yi. Scumbag points plus 10,000. Yi snorted. Of course not. I'm here to see you get beaten up. Sophistry. Women are creatures who don't mean what they say. Let's see if you can still smile after getting beaten up." Lu Yufan made a face. Lin Xian shrugged. Beat him up? Why? The intermediate class and beginner class were not in the same area. However, they were both in the Sky Marshal Court, about 500 meters away from the beginner class. There were many intermediate class students training in the field of the intermediate class area. Yi. It's Yi. And Lu Yufan. What are the two campus belle doing here? How beautiful. As expected of the woman Qin Xiaotian likes. TSK. 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 Clearly, Yi was extremely popular in Tianhua Academy. From the words of these people, he could tell that it was because she was really very beautiful. Lin Xian did not believe them when he heard them say how beautiful she was. No matter how beautiful she was, how much more beautiful could she be compared to Yi? Therefore, he felt that there were too many exaggerations. When they arrived at the entrance of the intermediate class 1 that he mentioned, Wang Xintong's class, a group of people were quietly reading, some were chatting, and some were playing cards. In short, if there was no teacher coming to class, they were very free. Wang Xintong. Lin Xian stood at the entrance and shouted. In an instant, everyone's gaze turned towards Lin Xian. A girl sitting quietly at the back also looked over curiously. Wang Xintong, one of the campus belle of Tianhua Academy, was ranked 5th. Actually, the ranking of the campus belle was not accurate because they all had their own merits. It was hard to tell who was more beautiful. Yi belonged to a noble family, Lu Yufan belonged to the eccentric category, and Wang Xintong was the kind of pure, quiet, and obedient girl. "Classmate, is there anything I can help you with?" Wang Xintong asked softly from behind. Lin Xian's eyes lit up when he saw her. She had an oval-shaped face, fair and cute. She had a simple ponytail and bangs on her forehead. She wore a very ordinary white embroidered dress and sat there obediently. Her entire person exuded a kind of pure feeling. Ding! Discovered beauty Wang Xintong. Triggered mission, teasing Wang Xintong. Mission penalty. None. Mission reward. Spiritual weapon, 1,000 evils. Mission progress. 0%. What surprised Lin Xian was that the system was indeed a scumbag. It only triggered the mission when it saw a beautiful girl. Then, Lin Xian looked at her with a smile and said, "So you are Wang Xintong. It's like this. From the first time I saw you, I liked you. Can you be my girlfriend?" Everyone. Wow. Did he have to do this? This was the first time they had seen someone confess without even knowing who they were. You must be joking. Ding. Host confessed to multiple girls at the same time. Detected as a scumbag behavior. Scumbag value plus 50,000. Please continue to work hard. Hearing Lin Xian's confession, Yi and Lu Yufan were stunned. Bastard. What a scumbag. Yi gritted her teeth and muttered angrily for some reason. Why did this person confess to every beautiful girl he saw? Was he a confessing maniac? Ding. Detected that Yi is unhappy because of host's confession. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Ding. Detected that Lu Yufan is unhappy because of host's confession. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Lin Xian. Wang Xintong was also stunned. Before she could say anything, someone beside her jumped up. Brother Jie. It's him. He's the one who caused trouble in our beginner class. Chen Xiang suddenly popped out from the corner and pointed at Lin Xian as he shouted. Lin Xian finally looked at him. Yo, you're here too. Seeing Chen Xiang, Lin Xian's lips curled up. Chen Jie stood up and looked at Lin Xian. Oh, I know you. That useless Lin Xian who can't cultivate because he doesn't have the God's child system. The people from Intermediate Class 1 were stunned. Then they could not help but laugh. Ha ha ha, that useless Lin Xian who can't cultivate dares to confess to the campus bell. Wang Xintong? Where did he get his courage from? No, I want to know how this useless person got into our Sky Marshal Court. Throw him out. Hurry up and throw him out. Of course, he knew that Lin Xian could cultivate. Otherwise, how could he defeat Chen Xiang? He only said that to mock Lin Xian. Then, he looked at Lin Xian and said with a smile, "What's wrong?" A useless person can cultivate? Ha ha ha. However, Lin Xian did not react. He only sneered. I said, "Get out of my sight. I'm not here for you." Upon hearing Lin Xian's words, Chen Jie's eyes narrowed. What did you say? F***CK. Are your ears deaf? I'll say it again. Get out of my sight. Shut up. Chen Jie was not angry. Instead, he laughed. Ha ha ha. How dare a useless person be so arrogant? TSK, TSK, TSK. Let me tell you, this is the intermediate class, my territory. This is not the place for you to behave atrociously. Your territory. Lin Xian glanced at the blackboard and saw the words, Boss, Chen Jie, written on it. There were some other positions below. Then, he swaggered in and added a sentence with a piece of chalk. Boss, Chen Jie is a dog. Everyone's jaws dropped. Chen Jie was ranked in the top 30 in the intermediate class. He was at the Qi building stage 7 stars. However, Lin Xian, who could not cultivate before and was only a newbie in the beginner class, dared to do such a thing. He was courting death. Good. Very good. Chen Jie's face darkened. Then, dozens of people from the intermediate class walked out from their seats and stood behind Chen Jie. I haven't seen such an arrogant newbie in a long time. I'm afraid you don't know the immensity of heaven and earth now that you can cultivate. Chen Xiang fanned the flames behind Chen Jie. Brother Jie, cripple him. This brat is too arrogant. He doesn't put you in his eyes at all. Chen Jie sneered. A powerful aura erupted from his body. Brat, kneel down and apologize now and I'll let you go. If you kneel down now, I'll let you go. Lin Xian remained unmoved like a mountain. You're courting death. Then, Chen Jie rushed towards Lin Xian like a gust of wind. Wait. Lin Xian suddenly shouted. Chen Jie stopped in front of him when he heard Lin Xian shout. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.